Oh my god, you didn't even hear that joke I just said because I was muted! What's the point of streaming? Wait, run it back! Run it back! Hi, I'm back. Hi. Cora! Cora! Cora, 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 Cora! Cora! Hi, Cora. Wait, sorry, wrong one. Sorry. Hi, Cora. Welcome. You're back. Just joking. Sorry. Hi, Cora. Hi, Pinkies. Pinkles. Pinkies? Pinkletons. What are they called? The Pinkies? The Pinkies? Welcome, Raiders. Welcome. Hi, everyone. I'm back from my trip. And guess what? I brought you no milk. There's no milk for you. I love Tokoku Till Dayton, Stellarverse Productions. I love Cora Valorum channel in bracket Konbini. Hi! 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 Oh, wait, sorry. Let me be Serene Star Trek. Hi! 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 Not even expired milk? No. Ew. Wait, what? Ew. You want expired milk? That's a bit, strange of you. You like chunky bits? Is that what it is? You like the chunky bits? No milk! I know. Sorry, guys. I didn't bring any milk for you. Back with this to the self with the cereal. At least did you get the beans? What beans? Whenever anyone says beans, it makes me think of there's this meme in Rhett and Link's where Rhett is always like beans. But I mean, no, I did not bring beans. I brought fish. Well, technically I brought fish and crab back. But I ate the crab already, so you can't have any of it. I cracked it yesterday just to make sure it didn't go bad. But hello, everyone! I missed you too! Oh, sorry. I never said that. Rewind. I didn't miss you at all. Kinda sucks for you. I didn't miss you at all, actually. I'm just streaming because, I have to, not because I missed you or anything. I didn't miss you either. What are you talking about? No, you missed me. No, you missed me. No, you missed me. You missed me. You really did. You missed me even after I called you a furry. Everyone calls me a furry. I don't think I've met anyone who hasn't called me a furry. But also, Cora, thank you so much for the raid, and welcome, raiders. And if you need to take care of yourself after your stream, don't be afraid to. Thank you for raiding me. What do you mean? Well, we didn't miss you too. No. You missed me. You missed me a lot, and I didn't miss you. Guys, I want your opinion, actually. So, for context, okay? For context, alright. I was on HeoStream earlier randomly because people started calling me out and I needed to defend myself, you know. I just want to know if you think that Aslan is hot or not, okay? You see this lion? I need your help. I think Aslan could get it, okay? And maybe you need the context of the film to understand this, but I want to say that I'm not a furry, but if you've ever seen, like, the Chronicles of Narnia, the movie, specifically the movie, not the book, like, doesn't he look, he's kind of hot. See, Cora gets it. Cora isn't a furry and she gets it. Cora has ascended to the next level of brain activity just like me. Sorry, don't get the one. That's a lion. Okay, but have you guys not watched the Chronicles of Narnia? Like, he's really cool in it and he's very expressive. Yeah, it's not about the fact that he's a lion, it's his vibes. Okay, guys? Like, Cora gets it. Cora's, like, 1000 IQ. You guys are at, like, the 100 IQ, and you guys have to reach up to that. You know, in acting school, they always said, like, you have to reach up to the mask. Like, you have to reach up. Reach your IQ up, and then understand what I'm talking about, you know? Narnia. No, Narnia. That sounds very... Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia. Is this a dialect thing? You get what, Toka? Like, he's hot, okay? If he's a real lion, something seems off about him. Well, that's the whole point, is that he's not a real lion. So that's what make him attractive. Like, he's expressive. Like, he has the face that does the expressions that aren't like what a normal lion can do. That's what makes him different than the other lions. Nar as in nor clear. The condensation. Clear. Nar. Clear. Clear. You're turning into a marmaid, Clear. It's Nar. You said Nar is a Nar. Oh, Nar. Nar Clear. As like a character, but he's a lion. Okay, well, like, but what if? Well, do you want me to say like Narnia? Like Narnia? The Chronicles of Narnia? Narnia? It's always heard like Narn, like barn. Barnia. Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia. Narnia, Clear. If Loka said which animal is hottest, stream she's too far gone. I'm not gonna do which animal is the hottest. I'm not a furry. It's just like a character thing, you know? It's not that he's a lion that makes him attractive. It's the way that he holds himself, his personality, the strength in his character, you know? It's not about the fact that he's a lion, you know? It's different. It's different. You have to understand. You have to. Oh my god, she sent me a voice clip. I gotta make sure that my Discord's not on. Yeah, Discord's not turned on. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this freaking voice clip. Wait 1 second. Narnia. Narnia. Rar. Narnia. Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia. He's just a great personality. That's true. That is what it is. What about Pan? Pan is good. Yes, Pan is good. Narnia. He's from the Chronicles of Narnia, and Pan is also kind of cute. He's cute in like a different way though, you know? He's cute in like the dorky way. To rank them hypothetically. Okay, but like what if I did? What would you do? Like what if I did a animal ranking stream, but like okay. But it's not about the fact that they're animals. It's like what personality I think the animal has and whether I think the personality of the animal, if it was a human, would be. Okay? Think of it that way. Would that be weird? Question. Actual genuine question. Would it be weird if I did an animal ranking stream by hotness, but it's not about the animal they are, it's what personality I think the animal would have if they were a human, okay? Tell me now. Is that weird? I want to know. I should make a poll. I should actually make a poll. Is it weird to make a animal hotness tier list without tier list where I rank off of what personality the animal would have as a human? Stop! It's not too long! Shut up! YouTube! Okay, wait. I'm just gonna do a animal hotness tier list where I rank off on what personality the animal would have as a human. Yes or no? Start poll. Okay, there. Yeah. Headcanoning the animal's personality. It seems normal enough. Yeah. So it's not about like whether they're an animal. I don't care that they're an animal. That's not the part that I care about. Like, it's the personality. When I rank a character that looks like an animal is an animal. It's not about the fact that they're an animal. That's not what's hot. It's the personality. The Jacob one is just that I think his actor is not the most attractive in Twilight, okay? That one's more about that, okay? But this is about hypotheticals, alright? God, with Perry, she loves the pet store? What do you mean by that? Like, she likes to go to the pet store? I mean, I feel like most people like going to the pet store, right? You're a demon bat girl. I'm not a demon bat girl. I'm a crystal diamond. I'm just a crystal. So basically, reverse anamorphs, or that's, yeah, it's like reversed anamorphs. What about the bedroomites? What, like Nala? Maybe you should do their star sign too. I'm not a shiny cow either. Hear me out stream where Lemmy made the band from Pet Store pick. Oh yeah, about the hamsters. The lion. Hi, Joka. Welcome. Thank you. I'm happy to be home. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be home. I'm like genuinely so happy. I have a very low social battery, so being gone, like even though I liked all the people I was hanging out with, I was getting really tired. I have a very low social battery. Well, like I can talk and call with people for like hours upon hours, but I think that it's different when you're in person, you know? You have to like get over like everything else about yourself. I always feel so much more awkward in person, you know? Like I feel like it's hard to what do you call, like it's hard to adapt, like I don't know, like it feels more draining to be in person with people than when I'm in call on Discord, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like I enjoyed my time with everyone, but like it felt like it was more work to be able to feel like I am normal human. If that makes sense. Not that I'm not a normal human, because I'm not a normal human. I'm a crystal diamond, but you know what I mean. Like it's a different vibe. Like I feel like there's like a wall when I interact with people like in person, where I feel like I have to try to be more like perceptive. I don't know. Yeah, like if I want to take a break, I can't just be like, guys, I'm gonna go to the restroom and then sit in the restroom for like 10 minutes. Yeah, there's no default model smile. I'm like so used to talking online now, it's like I don't really understand it. Also, if you're wondering what I'm drinking, I had leftover, there's like a Boda Box brand. I have like a leftover Boda Box brand of boxed wine. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah, I also, it's hard for me to feel like I can joke as liberally with people in person. Not that like I think my jokes are any different in person, but like I feel less comfortable joking around and like palling around with people in person than online, if that makes sense. Sometimes you just go sit on the toilet and take a nap. Oh my god, I have a story about that. Once when I went home for Christmas, I hung out with one of my high school friends, and her and I are like, we're like the type of friends, you know, the ones where like you don't talk to them for like 2 years, but once you like hang out again, it's like nothing ever changed. Like we're like very close friends, and we don't talk often, but when I went back, she was available, so we hung out. We were hanging out at like my house, like my childhood home, and my appa, he was like, you can have the he was like, you can have the whiskey that I bought, because I'm not gonna drink it. I only bought it for the trip I was on. And I was like, okay. So I had this whole bottle basically of like whiskey. I assume he only took like 2 shots of it when he was with his friends. And wait, I gotta take Aslan off the screen. I gotta take Aslan off the screen. He can't just sit there. And I can't just leave him there. Okay, anyway, we were drinking and stuff, and I got really drunk. Like we finished the whole bottle of whiskey, and then her and I were like, we should have more drinks. So then I asked my mom if I could have some of the rum that she bought so that she could make this like dessert that she makes for the holidays. So then we started drinking that. We got so drunk. Like to the point where like I was like, I'm gonna be right back, I'm gonna use the restroom. And she was like, okay. And we were like watching some on my laptop and just hanging out. And I went to the restroom, and I finished, and I like washed my hands, and I was like, damn, I need to like rest for a second. So I sat on the floor of the restroom, and then I fell asleep. And I only woke up because she asked my mom where I had went. My mom was like, I don't know, where'd she say she was going last? And my friend was like, the restroom. And so they like knocked on the door, they opened the restroom. I was sleeping. Yeah, on the floor. Wah! Welcome to the Toka called Fricks the cat. Did my vocal line not play again? I'm gonna jump. What is this? Can I fix this? Did that not play? I heard it really loud in my ears. Was the floor comfy? It was cold. That was nice. I don't remember even sleeping. I don't even remember really like falling asleep there. Like I just told myself I was gonna rest for like a second, you know? But then I fell asleep. So so they had to go and like wake me up. And then I, went back and like hung out with my friend for a second before we like drove her home. But I was like so drunk. I just took a nap on the floor. But I didn't I didn't on this trip. Hi Toka, how you been? I've been great. I had a great trip. I got to hang out with Lemmy, and I got to hang out with Perry, and I got to hang out with Hio, and I got to hang out with Yenna. It was great. But I like, what do you call? It was also like a very interesting experience because like, I've never done that sort of thing before. Like me, like tagging along with Yenna and Hio. Like, I was like originally just going down to see Perry and Lemmy, but then I was invited, and I was like, I guess I can make the trip because I was already out, you know? Because like, for me, I've never just been like so spontaneous to just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm already out of the state I live in. I should just continue my trip and just go to the next place too. Like, I felt very like new age. New age? I sound like I'm an ancient person. New age? Like, what what's the term? Like, I felt like different. It was like fresh. It was like cool. Like something I'd never done. Like, I felt brave. How can I take a trip without knowing how it ends? Actually true. Like, cause I don't go on trips like often. Like, I've traveled more this year than ever in my whole life. And I had, you know, I normally like, I like to have like a plan from the front to the back. Like, I normally like to have like an itinerary, and I like to have times when I'm at places. Like, that's how I was raised. And when I was on school trips, you know, it's the same thing because it's a school trip. And so all of the trips I've been on this year haven't really had itineraries, and they haven't really had like strict schedules. And some of them have been a little bit more like spur of the moment as well. And that's not something I've really done before. So it was like a really new experience for me this year. Like, trying to be more, I guess, like relaxed about things. Like I'm the type of person where I can't normally go to new restaurants without like looking up the menu first and deciding what I'm gonna order before I get there. Wah! Welcome to the Toka Cult, Watcher! Thank you. I don't think you heard the voice line, so I'm gonna say it again. Welcome to the Toka Cult, Crybaby. Welcome to the Toka Cult, Crybaby. Big Papa John! Thank you for being a member for 3 months! Even if you didn't miss us, Toka, we still have our favorite hag. I'm not that old. I'm just as old as humanity. That's not that old, you know, in the scheme of things, in the age of gods. Because I totally didn't miss you, so, I didn't miss you at all, and I didn't miss streaming. Nope. And I didn't miss yapping to you. Nope. And I didn't miss any of it. Nope. Nope, not me. Couldn't be me. I'm cooler. I'm cooler than that. I don't miss it. I don't miss things because I'm really cool and distant and cold and what's another term for it? Stoic. I'm very stoic, and yeah, I'm aloof and really cool, like the type of person you'd see in the corner at school with shades and dark clothes, and you'd come up to me and you'd be like, Toka, do you want to be my friend? And I'd be like, huh, maybe. Who knows? I don't know if you're right to hang out with someone like me. Maybe you should go back to, like, baby school. You infant. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, I've never done that. Maybe? Oh, sorry, I have. I have. Because I'm like that. Oh my god, what was it? I was in the car with Yenna and Hio, and Hio said something to me, and I was like, no, I don't like that thing. She was like, she was like, why do you have to be soon about that? I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you obviously like it. Why do you have to pretend you don't? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. The T in Toka stands for tsundere. No, I'm actually cool and disliking. It's not an act. Not at all. It does not stand for Sigma. I was not trying to say Sigma. Who is Dave Strider? What is a Dave Strider? Dave Strider? Let me look. Dave Strider. Dave Strider. Oh, the character from the MS Paint adventure game Homestuck. You know, it's crazy because I actually used to like watch like AMVs of Homestruck when I was not younger, just as young as I am now, except not. But I really did. Totally kawaii kudere. Yeah. I'm a kudere. Yeah, I'm really cool and emotionless. I did. I used to see the AMVs of Rose and someone else. The one that starts with an A and she has horns. Which is most of the ones that are the gray skinned ones. I'm like, oh yeah, this very unique character that has horns in Homestuck. As if that's not like half of the characters in Homestuck. I remember one of the first things I ever sewed. Well, I've sewed a lot of things, but like one of the first plushes I ever sewed was actually a plush of that cat character in Homestuck. Because I used to sew hand sewn, like I didn't use a machine back then because I hadn't learned machine. I was just doing hand sewing. I hand sewed like a whole plush of that cat character, and I made the pattern for it myself by looking at the art. And that was one of the gifts I gave to one of my friends for her birthday when I was growing up. Because I used to just do like completely like handmade things for people growing up because I didn't really have like an allowance from my family, so I kind of had to just make things for people. So that was what I made for my friend. Serena Homestruck SVP. Can you imagine? I don't think that Serena would be a character in Homestuck. She's too cute and nice, you know? That's so cool. I hope it is. Sometimes, when I think about, like, the things I used to give for people as gifts, I always wonder, like, did it seem like a not cool gift because it didn't cost a lot of money, you know? And, like, it wasn't, like... I mean, like, a plush is cute, I guess, but it's not, like, fully as cool as, like, a cool item, you know? But I've made a lot of different plushes for my friends for their birthdays over the years, like, and all of them are patterns that I make myself. Because I don't really like to... If I'm gonna sew something, I don't really like to use patterns because I feel like, first of all, they're kind of hard to work with for me because I don't have a printer large enough for that. So normally what I do is I sketch the pattern and then I enlarge it with my eyes on a bigger piece of paper, and then I redraw it. And I try to make it like the size I want. So sometimes they're not as big and sometimes they are as big as what I want. Like one of my friends really liked unicorns. So I made a unicorn plush for one of my friends. One of my friends really liked dragons. So I made her a dragon, and then the wings were posable because I filled them with the like frame of the wings. I used straws so that she could easily bend them without having to worry about anything ever wearing down, like if I had used those bendy metal fluffy things. And those are also sharp, so I used the straw instead to hold the wing at the tip so it could bend. And then I've made a couple of teddy bears for people. I've also made one of my friends in college really liked orcas, so I made her a pink orca because pink was her favorite color. And then I think the most recent plush that I made for someone was my friend really likes that guy. I don't know what he is. He's like this brown, like Among Us sort of shaped guy with long legs, and he's got like a beige muzzle. I don't really know what it's called. Like, he's like a shape. He's like a weird shaped guy. But he has really long legs. and he looks kind of like a dog that's just like an Among Us shape but with long legs. And I made her one of those. I don't know what that is. She just like sent me a PNG of the character, and I was like, oh yeah. Can you make plush SVP? I mean, I don't know if I can make the models. The models are kind of intricate, but I could definitely make like the mascots. Like, it was an idea I had for hand cams early on, was to make mascots for SVP, but some of the mascots are a little like intricate. But I could definitely make like like custard, or like I could make like Serena's one, or I could make a Snailbird pretty easily, or I could definitely also make oh my god, what is his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Holy crap! Nana's mascot guy. I was about to call him Meat Mutt, but that's her dog. Oh. What is his name? Frick. I was about to call him Steak, but it's not, that's not his name either. Oh, Gondola! Yes! I made my friend a gondola! Brisket! Yes, brisket! I could make a brisket. I could very easily make a weepy. I don't know. Crybabies would have to be more of a material thing, because it's kind of hard to make bumps like that on stuff. Like multiple small bumps are pretty hard to make. How do you design the patterns? So I used to watch a lot of sewing videos, and just from like watching sewing videos and like sewing a lot when I was in like elementary school and middle school, you kind of learn how the general patterns look. And so you kind of just adapt in your head, like, oh, it should be this shape, and this shape has to connect to this shape. And you need to make these divots in order to make this part connect to this, or be round like this. And so sort of just going off of that, I kind of just learned how to make patterns by just sort of looking at the creature and then thinking, okay, if I connect this to this to this, then this shape should happen, you know? As most plushes are just like circles and triangles and like oblonged shapes. So it was pretty easy to like visualize after like a couple years of sewing, you know? Oh my god, cosplay? Oh, I've never sewed clothes. Clothes are like a thing I've never really gotten into, even though I have actually bought a pattern for a piece of clothes that I really wanted, but I never sewed it because I got intimidated. Where I'm like, I'll make like plushes, but I've never made clothes. Like, so the pattern I bought that I really wanted to make was, I don't think you guys have watched this musical or listened to it, but if you haven't, I think you should. It's a really good musical. It's called Spring Awakening. It was one of my favorite musicals when I was younger, and not that I'm not young, but it was like in the first scene of the musical, Vendla Bergman, who is like the main character of that musical, who's a girl, like the main girl protagonist. Like there's male protagonists too, but she's wearing this like nightgown, and her mom's like, Vendla, take that off, it's not appropriate. And she's like, oh, but mother, it makes me feel like a little fairy princess. And I always wanted a outfit kind of like the nightgown she was wearing in the first shot of that musical. So I found like this pattern that kind of resembled it, and I bought this like chiffon material that kind of like gave off the same vibe. And I was gonna sew it for myself to just have as like a cute outfit, but then I never got down to it because I got kind of stressed out about it. Sorry if I yawn. I stayed up late last night reading fan fiction. I stayed up till like 6 a.m. I was reading fan fiction till 6 a.m. last night. The funniest story I have about cosplaying was cosplaying Tombo from Kiki's Delivery. Oh, Tombo! And getting mistaken for Waldo! I was so, like, during the trip, you know, like, well, it was interesting. So, it's like, I was explaining it to certain people, and they were like, what do you call, like, they were like, Toka, just go to sleep. But I was like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, I need, like, at the minimum, I need, like, an hour to, like, wind down, like, every single night. Actually, I want to make this table bigger. Wait, one second. I want to make this table, like, to size with me. Okay, wait, 1 second. 1 second. Just 1 second. Wait, what is this gonna show? It just shows my background. Okay, wait, 1 second. I want to make this table bigger. I feel like it's like so small compared to like my body. I need to make this scale. Oh my god, that's the background. Oops. Oopsie. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Oh my god. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Okay, wait, 1 second. It's just such a small desk. Like, it needs to be taller. Wait. Oh my god, that's the ceiling. How do I use shoes? Now it's too big. Oops. Like this size. Like, that would be, like, normal. I think. And then I do this. There we go. That's nice. Yeah. There we go. Are you sure you're not a fanfic addict? No, it's just my... I was about to say, no, I'm not an addict. It's just my coping mechanism. No, I'm not an addict with fanfiction. It's just my coping mechanism, as if that's any better. Can you imagine? I don't know what's wrong with me. No, it's not. I'm not a fanfiction addict. It's just my only coping mechanism. No, but like, I need like an hour to like reset my brain every night at the end of the day, you know? Like, well, strangely enough, I wasn't even reading Yuri last night. So right now I'm on like a huge Teen Titan kick. So I was reading my favorite Teen Titan ship instead of Yuri like I normally would. Because for a while I was reading Claire, which is one of my favorite Yuri ships. But also, I mean, I normally read like Supercorp, but I got really into Wednesday clips, even though I've never watched the show. So I was reading Claire. And then after I was reading Claire, I got into my Teen Titans kick because around this time, basically every year, I start to rewatch Teen Titans. I don't know why, but it's like always this point in the year, I start to rewatch Teen Titans. And so like when I start to rewatch Teen Titans, I have to start reading Teen Titans fanfiction. So I was reading fanfiction for Teen Titans because I was a huge fan of like the old cartoon. Yeah, it's a really good show. I mean, I used to own all of the DVDs on like just like a collection of them. Like, I just used to read. I used to own all of. I own all 6 seasons of it. You know. So, why do they go hand in hand? Just watch the show and avoid the fanfic? No. I don't. Well, the thing is, like, I don't necessarily like TV all that much. I'm not a huge fan of television. And so it's more like, how do I put it? It's like I'll watch clips of a show and know that I want to watch it, but unless people watch it with me, I almost never actually watch the TV show. So like Supercorp and Claire are like 2 Yuri ships I really like right now, and I haven't watched either of the shows, but I've watched a lot of clips and I've read the entire synopsises of all the shows. So that's why I read those. But like, I've actually watched all of Teen Titans. Like, I've owned it. I've watched it several times. I rewatch it almost every year. It's kind of bleeding into my Buffy time, because normally in October I start to rewatch Buffy, but I've been watching so much Teen Titans. It's like I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to rewatch Buffy this October, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Some stuff that you've heard about, and so it's like I have to like work. I have to like work behind the scenes. So what you do is avoid the show while watching the show through clips. Yeah, I don't watch the show, I just watch clips with the ships that I like, and then I read fanfiction about it. Get me off the stream. Have we discussed Toka being- I'm not a furry! I don't know why everyone's so convinced that I'm a furry. There's not a single furry character that I'm like, oh yeah, I really think that's super hot, you know? Like, Like, I think personality is cool. Like, certain characters are animals, but they're like, you know, like, that's not the thing that I'm interested in. I just think that, like, you know, it would, like I don't like Aslan because he's a lion. I like his personality. There could be fanfiction where these characters are just humans. There probably is, honestly. Like, there's a lot of Warrior Cats fanfiction where the cats are all humans in a high school. So you just like personalities and the body doesn't matter. That is true. That's actually true. I'm mostly just interested in personality. I don't really care the package that the personality comes in, as long as the personality is good and I like it. And I think the personality is attractive. I mean, I think that's how I think about most things. It's like, I don't really care about the package as much as the personality. Heard in so long. I don't know, that's just how I yawn so that I don't sound like a whale, you know? I learned to yawn and sneeze more cutely normally, if I can help it, because I used to get in trouble when I was younger with my teachers if I was too obstructive with noise. Like, I used to sneeze so much they made me sit outside the classroom and peer in from the hallway. Because my allergies were really bad, and I kept sneezing, and it was obstructive to the class, quote in quotes from teachers. My god, it was so funny when, like, I was doing that, like, stream with Perry and Lemmy, and we were talking about taping mouths, and I was like, yeah, I had my mouth taped in preschool because my teacher thought I talked too much, and she was so strange about it, and I was like, oh yeah. But as a kid, I thought it was really funny. Because in my head, I was like, oh my god, it's like in the crime shows that I watch. I'm like the criminal, and this is the crime show. I kept annoying everyone in the end, and eventually learned how to swallow the sneezes. Oh, I don't like doing that because it hurts. So I just learned how to sneeze cutely. Toga talking too much? Never? What? Well, you're right. I never talk too much, right, guys? Have I ever talked too much? Do you think I talk too much? Do you want me to stop talking? I can stop talking. I don't talk. All I do is sit here silently. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a stream where it's just this? Can you imagine? That's like my whole stream. Can you imagine? That's my April Fool stream. I start the stream, I call it a Zatsu, I never talk. I just sit there. The whole stream, I just sit there. For 2.5 hours, I'm just sitting. No talking. No yapping, oh no. That'd be such an iconic April Fool's stream. Oh my god, guys, when I was at Perry's house, I got to try the Perry model on her PC. Because I forgot, so the 2 shorts that I posted, there was supposed to be 3, okay? There was actively supposed to be 3, okay? And then what happened was I was downloading the shorts that I needed to edit on a flash drive so that I could carry it with me to the stream, right? And then when I checked my USB on the way there, I was like, oh my god, I forgot one of the songs. And so I wasn't able to do the 3rd song. So I have to mix it now because I had recorded the 3rd song, which was Hell is Forever from Has Been Hotel. Mime stream? Oh my god, I should do that with my 3D model. Oh my god, wait, let me write that down. Actually, that's a banger idea. Wait, let me write that down before I forget it. Mime stream. Wait, that's iconic. I need to send that to my UE chat so I can just have it as an idea. We have like an ideas channel. Okay, wait. Ideas. 3D No talking mime stream. That's kind of iconic. Sorry, I clicked on my opening scene. I'm getting overloaded with SVP content. I can stop at any time. You want no more content? I don't have to do more content. I mean, community movie night. I do want to do a movie night for what do you call it? I want to do a couple of Disney movies at some point. I also want to do Lemmy and Perry and I were considering we wanted to do an art stream where we were drawing our own characters as like our version of what our Uma would be. I also told Hio and Yena that I would do an art stream where I designed them both as Uma Musume. As long as you don't jork it on stream like Hio. I know, right? Crazy that she does that. I can't believe she would do that. Just jigging her rod live on stream. I know, it's so unsay-so. I can't believe that she would do that. She's such a like unsay-so streamer. I just can't understand like why she thinks that's okay to do on YouTube. You know what I mean? I just can't. It's just so like obstructive and like rude and like not for TOS. I don't know why she would do that, you know? Wait, a group art stream sounds sick. I know, right? I think it'd be really fun. I'm excited for the new Has Been season. I am! If you don't know this, one of like the newer Broadway performers that I really like actually plays Charlie in the show. So I'm kind of I really like Charlie's voice actor. If you don't know, Charlie's voice actor is the original Katie Heron in the Mean Girls musical on Broadway. So if you ever listen to the Mean Girls musical soundtrack and you're like, wow, the main girl sounds all like Charlie from Has Been Hotel, it's because it's the same person. If hell is forever, then heaven must be a lie. You should, I wanted to do a cover of that song with Serena and a couple of the other SVP girls. I thought that'd be kind of cool. This wine is so dry. Too bad Hio can be normal and say so like Toka. I know! I'm the most say-so streamer I've ever met. I would never make a joke about jorking it. So... what's it called? Oh my god, also if you like Adam, Adam's voice actor was originally also a Broadway performer. He's the voice, he originated Beetlejuice on Broadway. He also has been in a lot of other ones as well. I like that Has Been unintentionally runs into the same philosophical problem as The Good Place. I know, I love The Good Place. The Good Place is like one of my top Flesh People TV shows. I watched it for the first time during COVID with one of my friends, and at the beginning when we started watching it, I was like, Rumi, this is like my original roommate that I used to live with. I was like, Rumi, this show is like kind of boring. And she was like, no, give it a chance. Give it a chance. And I was like, okay, because like at the beginning, you know, it's not the most interesting. At least for someone like me, I was like, this is just like every trope ever. Like good person become bad person, you know? Sorry, bad person become good person. And then there was like the rest of it, you know? And then I was like, whoa, actually the show's worth it. If you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it. It's very philosophical in a way that I enjoy. More than anything, Alfred Love and You Didn't Know. Yeah, I like my favorite, one of my favorite songs is the Hell's Greatest Dad. I like that one a lot too. Oh yeah, Lucifer. I used to like that TV show too. My roommate during COVID and we also watched Lucifer on Netflix when it came out. That was another good Flesh Person show. Most of the Flesh Person shows I watch are ones that my friends want to show me. She was like... So the reason that we started watching Lucifer was because my friend saw on Twitter the main guy, that British guy who plays Lucifer in it, right? And she was like, "Oh my god, Toka, he's so hot. We have to watch it." And I was like, "I think he's just okay, but we can watch it." And so we watched it, and his love interest. Oh my god, she's beautiful. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. The detective is so pretty. Chloe's so perfect. I was like, oh my god, she's so hot. So then we ended up just watching it because she liked Lucifer and I liked Chloe. It does run out of ideas by season 4, but it's enjoyable throughout. I haven't watched it up to season 4. I think we watched till the end of season 3. It was like the amount that I watched, because after a while I just stopped watching because it took too much time. It takes so much time when a show runs for like more than 3 seasons to keep watching. It was like, so when I was hanging out with Perry and Lemmy, we had a lot of plans, but you know, Lemmy got sick, which is fine, and we were like taking care of her, and so we didn't do as many things, and like Perry's leg started hurting, so we just kind of sat around and watched a lot of shows, which was fine because I like staying home and I like watching TV, so, but only with friends. And so we started all showing each other like our favorite animes. Was sort of like how we ended up spending the time together. Was like we would wake up, we would hang out, and then we would watch like animes that we all enjoy. Like we wanted to show each other, which to me honestly is like to me that's like the best time I could ask for, because I like going outside with friends, but I don't necessarily like I don't like doing too much activity because I get like really tired. I get really exhausted. And I think, honestly, if we had gone out and done a bunch of things, and then I had to go and, like, commute over and, like, travel to go to the thing with Yena and Hio, I think I would have, like, I would have been too tired at that point. So, I'm pretty happy and fine with the fact that we didn't do that much. So we had, like, a couple of plans, and I was like, oh god, I'm really tired. Because I also don't like necessarily always going to new places, so I'm pretty happy with it. But I think Lemmy's feeling better now. She was feeling pretty sick when we were trying to do that stream, but she was trying to tough it out for us, and I you know, I'm happy that in the end she ended up telling us that it was too much, so that like we didn't ending up like not like forcing her, because we wouldn't have forced her, but like unknowingly like making her do something that was too much for her, you know. And just hang out. Yeah, it was a lot really nice just hanging out with people. And so Lemmy showed us Children of the Whales. That was like the one that she wanted to show us, and Children of the Whales is actually pretty good, but like I was so like emotionally like stressed out because I only really like watching shows when I know the plot. No, it's an anime. It's like an anime / manga series called Children of the Whales. I like to know the plots because I don't like to get I don't like to I don't like to feel emotionally connected to characters that I know either get hurt or die, or like if they're gonna get hurt and die, like I want to know so I don't have like an emotional reaction. Because I don't like being emotional, like, if that makes sense. Like I don't like feeling. That makes me sound really weird and emotionally stunted. I don't like. How do you put it? Like, how would you put it? It's like I don't like to experience big feelings in front of like other people, if that makes sense. Like I'm fine with like if I'm watching something by myself, or I'm reading a fan fiction or reading a book and by myself, I don't mind at all. But like if I'm with other people, I don't like to like feel emotional, if that makes sense. Like if I'm with like my friends and I feel like crying, like I'm gonna ask to like go to the bathroom and then I'll cry in the bathroom and then come back out. Like I don't want to like be emotional in front of people. And so we started watching Children of the Whales, and I won't ruin it for you. Like if you want to watch it, you should watch it and experience it. But like it gets kind of like serious, and I like the characters. I was like, oh my god, please, like no, like and I was I was really annoying to Lemmy. I know I was annoying her. I was like, Lemmy, is this character gonna be okay? She's like, watch it then, Toka. I was like, no, I want to know, please. Please, are they gonna be alright? I'm getting stressed out. What's happening? Is it gonna be okay? Like, cause I just like, I like the character. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen. Like, I want it to be okay. Like, so I think I was annoying her. She's like, just watch it, you'll find out. I was like, I am watching it, and I don't want to find out before I want to find out before it happens. Please, you gotta tell me. And I was like, can I just look it up? Thank you, I'm happy you like my avatar. And she was like, you can't look it up, Toka. And I was like, what do you mean I can't? She's like, there's not enough information on the internet about the anime for you to just look up what happens to them. I was like, watch me. And I tried to look it up, and I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find a single freaking thing. There was not a single freaking thing that I could find to tell me the whole plot of the anime. So I just ended up being like, let me please, what's happening? She's like, Toka, it's gonna be fine. Calm down. I was like, okay. Because that's why most of the time when I like watch things that I share with you guys, it's like something I've already watched or something I already like read I've already read everything about it. Well, it's because it's like, it was a summer release, but it was a Netflix show. Like, it wasn't like super big either. Like, I wanted to know about this one character, and I was looking her up. I was trying to find her, like, a plot summary about her story, and I couldn't find out anything. I didn't work. Bye for now, Toka. Have a good commute back, Big Papa John. Be safe. Getting emotional because you're worried you'll get emotional. Yeah, well, also, like, I get worried about characters. Like, I really attach to characters when I watch stuff. So that's why I like to know, because then I, like, don't get emotional if something bad happens to them, because I already know what's gonna happen to them, you know? Because it was an established manga, but it wasn't like a super popular manga, you know? So it wasn't something that had a lot of information about it. Like, it wasn't like Oshinoko or something like as big as that, you know? Or like Love is War. Hi! Sorry, my cat's on the floor looking at me. Hi, baby! What? You can't jump on me! No! No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't. You're stuck. You can't do that. Thank you. Sorry. She wants to jump on me, but I don't have anything covering my legs because I'm wearing shorts, so if she jumps on me, her claws are gonna dig into my flesh. You can't jump up here. I'm not wearing long pants. I love you. Just sit on the floor next to me. Just sit on the floor. Be calm. I'm not talking to chat. I'm talking to my cat. She was so clingy when I got home, bro. She was like insanely clingy. Like I don't understand. Like I got into the door and she was like like for hours. She was like I was like, oh my god, chill the fuck out. And then I went to take a shower, and she's screaming the whole time I'm in the shower. I get out of the shower, she's still screaming. I lie down in bed, and she comes and lies on my chest, and she finally shuts up. I mean, she had, like, my roommate, like, literally, like, fed her the whole time, and, like, my roommate was, like, I would ask, so I would, like, text my roommate, and I'd be like, how's my cat doing? She'd be like, cat's doing fine. Everything's fine. I was like, is she letting you pet her? And she was like, no. And I was like, good. My cat's not a cheater. I was like, good. My cat shouldn't let you pet her because she's not a cheater. And like, and my cat wasn't a cheater because I came back and she was very desperate, and but the problem is that she's still desperate, and like I'll leave a room and then she'll start meowing again, and like then it's like, oh my god, I'm like, you could just follow me. Like, just follow me to the next room. But she won't. She'll just stay in the room that I left, and then she'll be like... I'm like, oh my god, just walk with me. Holy crap. My dog was also very clingy when I came back, but in a less, like, annoying way. He just follows me everywhere now. But he's not in my room because my cat's in my room and she hates him. So, I try to not, like, let him in unless I'm like, okay, like, you can be here because she's not in here and, like, she's outside. Your cat must be held and loved. She's been held in love. I've held that girl so many freaking times since I came home, and she's just as annoying as she was the day I left. Just louder about it. Oh my god, my throat. My body's been readjusting to the allergens. Oh my god, I realized something really sad and also like fine when I was gone was because Perry has cats, right? And I know I'm allergic to cats and dogs. So I brought my allergy meds, right? So I had them, but like I had a slight allergic reaction to Perry's cats, but like it was not nearly as bad as my normal allergic reaction. And that's when I realized I'm actually much more allergic to dogs than I am cats. And I was like, no, my dog. I still, you know, obviously I would never get rid of him, but I was like, this is so effed up. Like I hadn't like mentally realized that yet, you know? Wait 1 second. Sorry, I was messaging someone back about a project I'm working on that I can't tell you about yet, but you should be excited for anyway. I love doing that to you. I think it's so funny when I tell you guys that I'm doing something and I can't tell you, but that I'm doing something, so you are left hanging about what I'm doing until I can tell you about it. It's so funny. Guys, I'm doing something, but you don't know what it is, but it's exciting and fun. Oh. I love cats. The ones in my neighborhood are so sweet, but so tsundere about wanting pets. I mean, that's most cats, aren't they? My cat loves to pretend she doesn't want me, and then she wants me, and then she's very desperate, and then I don't have time when she wants that. She, like, specifically, it's like she can, like, read the, like, everything. Like, she'll be like, I don't want to be pet right now. And then I'll be like, not busy. I'll be like, oh, you want to come here? Like, I'm just resting. You want to come cuddle? And she's like, no. And then I'll be really busy trying to like do something, and she'll be like, don't come, Mom. I want so many pets right now. I'm like, oh my god, I offered you this 2 hours ago when I wasn't busy. And she like tries to step on my keyboard and run over things. I'm like, can you get off? It's actually, like, kind of crazy. Like, I have a lot of mess on my desk again. And honestly, it might be a good thing because she used to, when it was clear, she kept trying to jump onto my desk because there was nothing on it. But now that it's cluttered again, she can't jump on my desk. And obviously, that means I should keep having my desk cluttered. And this isn't me making excuses for why my desk is cluttered. It is just me saying that, you know, when the desk is cluttered, my cat can try to step on my keyboard. So, it means I should keep having a cluttered desk. Right? Right, guys? Did it ever stop being cluttered other than the time you cleaned it? Well, I mean, it was clean for like 2 days. I clutter my desk really fast. Oh my god, that taste. Oh, oh. It's like, I realize finally now what it means when a wine is dry. So, I went to go, I landed with Perry, like, the day before Lemmy came. Like, late at night, but, like, I was there, you know, for, like, a couple hours, I guess, before Lemmy got there. And we went to go pick up some groceries to go like cook dinner for Lemmy before she got there. And so we were making this like lasagna thing. And with the lasagna, like it needed the first of all, this lasagna recipe that Perry was using, oh my goodness, it was so good. It was like the best lasagna I've ever had in my life. And like we cooked it ourselves, but like it was so good. Like the recipe was like, oh, such a good lasagna. Sorry, I really like lasagna. I like it more than pasta. So for me, lasagna is like wow, because I don't really care that much about pasta. But we were making it, and it called for a dry wine, and we were at the like it was, I forget the name of it, but it was basically a Safeway. Like there's a lot of different versions of Safeway. I don't really know all the different names of it, but it was like a Safeway. And we were at the Safeway, and we were shopping for like wines to put in this thing, and it needed like a dry wine. And she was like, Toka, do you know what a dry wine is? And I was like, not really, no. So we looked it up, and apparently a Cabernet is a type of dry wine. And so we got a Cabernet. But then at a different time, we went, and then she just like got like a cheap wine that was red for me, because I only drink red wines. I don't drink white wines or rosés because they give me a headache. So, but she got me, I forget what it was, but it was very sweet. It was a red, very sweet wine. I don't know what type of wine that would be. But I had this red, very sweet wine, and I was like, I finally get it. What you mean when you say like something has a dry taste versus like not dry. Like it didn't feel like, it didn't have that like you didn't sip it and then go like that's how I feel when I drink like a Cabernet. It's like I drink it and it's like, but like this red wine that she got me that was very sweet, like I didn't feel that feeling in my mouth after I drank it. And I don't know what it is that makes it dry, but I get it now. And there is a difference. I didn't think there would be a difference. I could be cluttered if she did it. Look. I've always had a problem with being cluttered. You know? Have I tried Asahi Super Dry Beer? No, I have. Well, I might have in Japan. I don't know. I would get beer when I was in Japan, but I would just be like, this one, because I get stressed out. Because I get stressed out. Because it happened when I was with Perry too. We went to this place, and the person who was taking orders, like, he asked me what I wanted at the counter before I like had made a decision. And I just said the first thing I read that was like sort of similar to what I wanted, because I didn't know what I wanted and I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to be like, oh, I need extra time. So I was just like, this one. It was still tasty, but you know. I mean, I don't normally drink beer, but in Japan, the beers were like so much better than here in the States. The only beer that I've found that I've liked here in the States that's not a Japanese beer is Pacifico. I like Pacifico. I don't know what other beers taste like a Pacifico, but the Pacifico is pretty good. The Pacifico kind of reminds me of the beers I had in Japan. But I mean, I've had Heineken before, and it's disgusting. So I don't know what the difference is, but I've had Heineken, and I think it tastes like absolute trash. And I don't know what's different about Pacifico and the Japanese beers I have, but I don't like most American beers I've had, you know? Warm Kirin? Is warm beer normal? Normally, don't you like cool beers? Or is that just people normally like put it in a glass of ice? Isn't it like when you heat up an alcohol, it like burns the alcohol, wakes up for like sake? Oh, I love sake. The reason I have wine is because it stops me from drinking too often, because I don't like, the thing about wine is like, it like, if I drink too much of it, it makes my tummy hurt, so I can't drink too much of it, because then my tummy will hurt, because it's so acidic. Heineken is one of the better mass-produced beer. If you don't like that, off to craft breweries. Well, I mean, I like the Asian beers. I like the ones I had in Japan. I don't know what's different about that, though. Euro beers are served lukewarm. I don't know if Japan also likes their beers. I don't know if Japan also likes their beers. I mean, I think they like their beers, right? They have a lot of beer ads. I would normally assume that it should be cold, but my job in Japan served warm Kirin. Oh, I see. I don't think I'd like the taste of warm beer. I think a part of what makes it good is that it's cold and refreshing. But I also might have just been like, when I was drinking beer in Japan with Hio, it was like hot. It was so hot. And so like maybe I liked it more because it was so hot. Like I was like dripping with sweat. It was so hot there. I never buy beer, but I've had New England when my friends bring a case over. It's not too bad. What is that? What is that? Radler Witch. Witch? It doesn't have a T, but or an H. But I assume that is supposed to sound like witch. Which is basically beer with sweet lemon juice. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Bro, you know what doesn't taste good? Oh my god. So, when I was a kid... Not a kid. I was in high school. Not a kid. I was in high school. But... I was at a friend's house, and obviously I was, actually, no, sorry, I wasn't a kid and I wasn't in high school, I was an adult, obviously, because, we were gonna drink stuff that I brought, and, I was a legal adult, but, I had a thing of, like, but I had a thing of vodka that we were gonna drink, and her mom was like, well, if you guys, you know, I know that you guys are of the age where you're experimenting with alcohol, and we were like, oh no, this person's mother, well, we would never do that. She was like, well, if you're gonna drink in the house, you know, let me provide you with something. And, but I'm still young now. But her mom offered us beer with orange juice. And she was like, you can have as much of this as you want. And it tasted like crap. You know, I was like, oh. Like, she was like, oh, I just mixed orange juice with beer and it's perfect. It's so tasty. And I was like, oh, okay, this person's mother, I'll try it. And she gave it to me and I was like, oh. And I didn't want to tell her I didn't like it. So I was like, oh, miss, this, like, this is, tasty. And she was like, oh, really? Do you want more? And I was like, no, I don't need any more. It's fine. I really don't. No, I mean, I don't need any more. This is totally fine. And then, you know, we went back to my friend's room and we had vodka. But, like, you know, like, I was like, oh, this is, perfect. You know? Because I don't want to tell her mom that I didn't like the drink. I wasn't even supposed to be I'm sorry, I was totally legal age to drink. But I was like, oh, I don't want to tell her that, like, it tastes like crap. So I just was like, oh yeah, it's delectable, but I don't need any more of it. Oh, like. But no, Lemmy showed us Children of the Whales, and then the next day, Perry was so funny. She was like, I only like animes that are short, you know, like 12 episodes or so. And we were like, oh yeah, that makes sense, like we do too. And then the next day, Perry shows us one of her favorite animes was just Shiki. And Shiki is not 12 episodes. It's like 20-something episodes. But she was like, oh, like... She was like, oh, like... This anime is only 12 episodes, and we were watching it for a while. And it was getting to, like, later in the season. And I was like, are you sure this is 12 episodes? And she was like, that's what I remember. And she looked, and she was like, guys, this isn't 12 episodes. It was so funny because she was like convinced that that there was only 12 episodes in Shiki the anime. No, there isn't. What are you talking about? But she was like convinced there was only 12 episodes until she like checked the episode list. And then the day after that, we stopped watching Shiki at like around the 12 episode mark. And then, like, I showed them, no, she's, like, watched the whole thing several times. Like, she loves Shiki. Maybe for her, because she likes it so much, to her, it's not long and doesn't have 12 episodes, which I assume is the case, that, like, she just likes it so much she wouldn't have, like, noticed that there was 22 episodes in it, you know? Because when you do like something, you know, like, the time goes by faster, so I just assume that, like, oh my god, My phone has low battery! 1 second, I have to very quickly grab my charger. I forgot it's still in my luggage. 1 second. Okay, my phone is charged. Or it's charging. It's not charged, it's just at 20%. Ay, 1 second, let me put this back in my ears. I have my earbuds because I haven't even unpacked my like headset that I normally use. Oh, there we go. Have a good night, beeper. My phone always dies because I forget to charge it. Because normally I don't use, like, during the day, I don't really, like, use my phone all that much. I'm normally on my laptop or my computer, so I don't really need my phone. But then, like, I'm streaming and I need my phone, and the phone just, like, VTube Studio and VBridger, like, well, specifically VBridger, because I don't use VTube Studio to track my VBridger. Like, what is it called? FaceMotion 3D, the app that I use to track, like, it just kills my phone so fast. But I know when I go home, my mom said that she would upgrade my phone, and she said that we would probably keep my old phone, so that means that I could probably just use this phone for tracking and not have to kill the battery of the phone I use on a daily basis. Hi, 350! I just got home, but howdy, Crybabies and Toka. Hope you're doing well tonight. Saw stream was live. I wanted to stop by before crashing. Have a good rest of your night, 350. Take care of yourself. But I was showing them, I don't know if you guys know this anime or this manga, but it's called Akuma no Riddle. I've talked about it a little bit on a stream before as well. But it's what do you call, like, it's not episodic, but well, it is episodic, I guess. But it's a type of anime where, you know, where they like introduce a character's lore every episode, sort of. Like, I don't know if there's a term for that, but when I was showing it to them, Lemmy was like, "Oh, it's like Danganronpa," but it's not. But it is. But it's not. But it's one of my favorite animes, and the main character's name is Togaku. In the anime, the main character's name for Akuma no Riddle is literally named Tokaku, and it was totally not the first time I ever heard that name, and it was totally not why I picked my name. Not at all. But the main character's name in that is Tokaku, and I wanted to show them the anime because I was gonna show them Revstar, but I felt like that wasn't the vibe, you know. So I didn't show them Revstar. I showed them Akuma no Riddle. The false Toka. I mean, she's older. She's her character is it was before me. but if you ever watch it, I guess we could watch it one day in membership watch along or something. But it's like it's like a Yuri. It's a Yuri. It's a Yuri anime. What can I say? What can I say? What can I do? It's a Yuri anime, but and totally the other girl in the relationship is not at all like Yui at all. Not at all. You know, like the other girl's totally not like Yui at all. Totally doesn't give the vibe of Yui at all. But the like anime itself is very like, in my opinion, I think it's very in some ways philosophical. I think all the girls are really cute. I think the designs are good, and we watched the whole thing, and actually Lemmy liked it. Lemmy, can you believe she liked it? But she liked it. She was like, the day after, we didn't finish it that night because it was getting late, and then she was like, you want to watch the rest of it? I was like, yes. But I think it's a good anime, and they liked it both. They both liked it. But it was so funny because like during it, like Perry needs things to do when she's watching things, because she's not the type of person who can like just watch something. So she kept playing this freaking like Roblox game where you like line up to see Shrek, and it was so funny. Because I would turn around and like look, and she'd be like still playing that freaking Shrek in line game. Let me like it. Let me liked it. Yeah, I know she liked it. But it was like this game where you like stand in line to play Shrek, to party with Shrek. I was like, what the frick is this game? It was a very interesting game watching her play. But like, it was a really fun time watching anime with them when we weren't streaming, and I really liked the. I'm not a person who like picks off their nail polish, so even though my nails looked really good in that stream, like they're really effed up right now because I've been picking at the freaking nail polish. But like, I should just remove it. I need to stop picking at it because I know it's gonna destroy the top barrier of my nails, but I like can't stop. It's so fun to pick at the nail polish. Like, I mean, looking at my statistics, obviously most of the people who watch me are not female presenting or femme. But like, I don't know if any of you guys have like put on nail polish before, but like, I just like, I can't stop picking at it, you know? But like, I love having painted nails, so like, I shouldn't pick at it, but I can't stop. But didn't you think my nails looked nice, guys? Like, I feel like I did really well when I was painting them. I felt like they were very much within the lines. Like, I painted them very nicely. Like, I feel like mine looks pretty good in the hand cam. It's like I brought my hand cam all the way. I can't believe... One sec. Hi, Asterix! Hi! Welcome! I can't believe that I brought my hand cam all the way to Perry's place, and then I didn't bring the freaking receiver for my lav mics! Cause like, if I had, the audio quality for that collab would have been so much better! It would have been phenomenally better! But like, for some flippin' reason, like, I brought the mics. I literally, oh my god, I actually bought a second one, because I only had one lav mic, okay? And then I was like, well, I need the second one for my job, my IRL job. And like, I feel like having the second one would also be useful for traveling, so I should just buy a second lav mic. And thankfully, there was a sale on the DJI minis or whatever they're called. So I bought a second one. And I was like, this is perfect. We can use it for this off collab and like, it'll be great. And then I brought it and I didn't bring the freaking receiver, so I couldn't even freaking use them. I was so convinced it was in the tiny bag that they're in, and then I went and they weren't. I wasn't right. I thought for sure I had put it in there. They were and I came back and I just plugged in my PC. I paint my nails very occasionally, but it looks like dog water. You paint left-handed? Is that a bad thing? I mean, I paint the other nails I have with my left hand when I'm painting the, the right hand. I was like so miffed about it because I was like, there ain't no way I bought a second mic and then like told myself I was gonna bring these so that we could do a really good off collab with good audio when I didn't even have the stuff to do it. I could have literally at that point just have brought my freaking Blue Yeti, like my old ass Blue Yeti from college, and just like brought it to do it, and it would have been a better mic. Cause like, the like Shure that like Perry has for like when we're trying to do the karaoke and stuff, like it's I forget if it's what it's called, like oh, what is it called? It's like it only picks up what's in one direction, and so it's like the quality won't be good because we're like sat far apart. So even if I had brought the Blue Yeti, like at the very least it could like have like been like omnidirectional, so it would have picked up all of us instead of just like being hard to hear us. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so small brain. I'm so small brain. But it was fine. I mean, it worked for that collab. But there were like parts you couldn't hear us, and I was like, oh my god, if I had just bigger brain and brought my receiver, it would have been fine. But it's fine. It's whatever. It's in the past, you can't fix it. But I was like, why am I like this? 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 Why am I? That was a song that I was considering putting on my Sad Girl Serenade set list, but I never did. That one's also by Orla Garland. Half of my Sad Girl Serenade set list was literally like Orla Garland. I need to find more people than just like one person to sing to. Well, I considered doing a K-Flay song, but most of the K-Flay songs that I see on YouTube that are karaoke are like copyright stuff, you know? Orla Garland is great. So is the rest of Fizz. Like, I wish that Fizz like had more karaoke's or like instrumentals on the internet, you know? Using a checklist for your allergic helps. I packed for that trip like 2 hours before I had to leave. I literally like threw clothes into a luggage and I was like, seems like enough clothes. And then I like put it in the like, it's like, you know. I know I should pack earlier, but I'm one of the people who like packs like right before I have to leave. I'm like, oh, that seems like check. I think is it. I think that's it. I love K-Flay because I can be snobbish hipster and be like, yeah, I was there before she was my stream. I wish that was me. Well, I literally found K-Flay through BoJack Horseman, like actively. I was watching BoJack and the ending like scene song at the end of the part where he's like watching the horses run. They play Blood in the Cut by K-Flay. I literally remember sitting in my college dorm and being like, damn, this song was good. I was like, who is this? I looked it up and it was K-Flay, and that's how I got into her music. I was so sad because I don't remember when it was, but it was one of her tours that she did. Like, she was in my city and I didn't find out until the night of. And I was like, frick! Because I could have gone and seen her concert, because I really, really love K-Flay. She's one of my favorite artists. But I also don't know if I would have been able to deal with, like, her type of concert, because I feel like the people there would be really loud, and I can't really deal with people who are loud. I don't like loud places. Like, I think the only concerts I've really gone to is, like, I've been to Dodie concerts, and Dodie is very soft. Like, to the point where sometimes you can barely hear her over the, like, teenage girls who are next to you swaying their iPhones in the air with a flashlight on. Like, they're like, I didn't come here to hear you freaking sing. But they'll be, like, singing on the top of their lungs. I'm like, oh my god, please. Dodie doesn't sing loud enough for you to do this. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't mind that people want to sing when they're at concerts. Like, I don't care. But if the singer is a very quiet indie singer, it's like, you need to shut up because the singer is not singing louder than you. You know? Because, like, if the person has, like, a really good sound system and they're very loud, it's like, well, then it doesn't matter because you can hear them over the crowd. But whenever, I've been to Dodie concerts 3 times, and every single time I go to a Dodie concert, the people who sing next to me are like almost louder than her trying to sing. I'm like, oh my god, you can't do that. She's such a soft singer, because that's her like vocal type, you know. That's how she sings. It's very soft and airy, and I like that about her. But also, I can't hear her if 12 teens that are situated around me are all singing at the top of their lungs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind, but can you sing a little softer? Also, one of the other like concerts I had been to, it was so crazy because one of my friends was gonna go to a Sammy Ray and the Friends concert, and I love Sammy Ray and the Friends, and she knew that like I liked them, and she couldn't go last minute because she was in theater and she forgot she had a show that night. So she like gave me her ticket. She was like, Toka, you can go. And I was like, oh my god, thank you. So I went to the concert. And, like, it was insane because I was next to this guy, like, you know, like, there wasn't seating for this concert, it was, like, standing. So I was standing in the middle of the crowd, and there was this guy next to me. And he was next to his friend, and they were hanging around watching the Standing Ray in the concert. And, like, half the time, he was making concerts, like, just, like, really loud comments about how hot she was. And I was like, what is happening? Like, he was like, damn, she's got nice tits. I was like, oh my god, I'm just trying to watch Sammy sing with her friends. What is this? What's happening? And he was so loud. Like, he would yell like above the crowd. He's like, she's got really nice tits. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? Because I didn't expect that to happen at a Sammy Ray and the Friends concert. I don't think she had that type of fans. I was like, oh my goodness, I just want to listen to the singer sing. Why are you commenting on how hot she is? We're trying to listen to her sing music. At a concert? Yes, at a concert. What happened to journals? What happened to inside thoughts? Me too. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, can you not like talk to your friend about this after the concert's over? Like, he said it so much. I was like, are you even listening to her sing? What about, oh my god, you have a phenomenal voice. Oh my god, you're such a good performer. Oh my god, you have such good vocal control. What happened to that? What happened to saying stuff like that at a concert, you know? Because like, Sammy Ray and the Friends, like the vocalist Sammy, she has such a like, god, her voice is so peak. She is so peak to listen to. Like, she has the vocal control of a goddamn, like, god. Like, she has a god-like vocal control. Like, because I thought I liked her just as, like, you know, recording artist. And then I went in person and I was like, whoa. Like, she is so skilled. It's how I feel, I think, if I was at, like, a Lawrence concert. You got the voice of an angel and that is fat. That's an insane comment. I think I actually would have laughed if he had said that. But no, like, oh my god, I would love to see a Lawrence concert. I don't know if you guys know Lawrence. They're like, I sing their songs a lot during karaoke. Like, the main singer, Gracie of Lawrence, is so like phenomenal. Like, you can like feel chills listening to her sing. She's such a good singer. Honestly, this music they make is kind of like the vibes of this BGM playlist I'm listening to. I think, oh, we're not at the end. I like forgot to loop it and went to a different playlist. I was like, oh my god, this isn't jazz anymore. Now it's just like lo-fi, and I had to change back to this jazz stuff because I think this jazz music fits really well with this room, you know? So, Zatsu, yep, hi chat. Hi Fruity, welcome! I was originally gonna do art during this stream, and then I was like, I don't feel like it. I just feel like talking. Crazy thought for a Toga stream. Oh my god, she didn't do the activity she said she was gonna do at the beginning because she felt like just talking for the entire time? Crazy thought. Toka would never do that. That's such a strange occurrence. I can't believe she would decide to discard the original thing she would do for the said she would do for the stream just to talk instead. Yana, hi! Alright, don't go to bed and work tomorrow. Have a good night, The Watcher! Hi, young pups! Hi, Yana! Yana raid, but don't let that distract you from the fact that how do I ban Yana Youngblood for like 2 days off my stream? How do I ban her for like 2 days off my stream? Hi, Yana! Welcome! Welcome, young pups. I hope you had a great stream. Okay, but Yenna only caught 2 fish? Okay, don't let that distract you from the fact that Yenna hates the French, alright? Don't let that distract you from the fact that Yenna hates the French! What's the vote for? Well, it's a vote for whether I do a tier list of animal hotness where I rank off of the personality of the animal if it was a human, alright? I'm not a furry. I'm just saying that, like, what if I did a tier list where we rank the animals based off their hotness if they were a fur, you know, if they were a human. It would submit the, no, it wouldn't. But thank you, Yenna, for the raid, and if you need to take care of yourself after stream, please do. Thank you so much. I cannot defend my Oshi in these conditions. What are you talking about? Why? Why can't you defend me in those situations? You know, like, I am not a furry. I just think that the wolf form of Jacob is hotter than Jacob by himself. You know? But, you know, if you've watched Twilight, you would understand my point, alright? Have fun getting food, Yenna. But I'm not a furry. They have human personality, so it's okay. Yeah, it's because I'm basing off the personalities. And, like, when it's Jacob, you know... Jacob, when he's a wolf, his personality is way better than when he's a human, okay? And also, Aslan can get it. Well, yeah, obviously Aslan can get it. Can you freaking see this lion? Look at him. Look at his face. Okay, don't look at the rest of this, like, freaking background. Let me just, like, let me crop it a little bit. Let me crop the image so you really understand. I gotta zoom in, okay? Oh my god, it's so pixelated when I do that! Sorry. Look. Look at his emotional eyes. His emotional face. He's not just a lion, alright? That's just not a... Guys? You have to understand. Nodding, it has nothing to do with being a furry. That has to do with the Omegaverse, and also if you're a wolf. If you're a wolf, nodding is like normal. And if you're reading Omegaverse, it's normal, alright? I mean, like, and who wouldn't want him? Want the lion Jesus? What? Yeah, why wouldn't you want lion Jesus? Actual question? Why wouldn't you want lion Jesus? Like, so, okay, pull back, pull back, pull back, look from further away. Think about personality, I ask you. Think about personality. Okay? Aslan's personality is very attractive. Lion, not as attractive. Lion, not attractive, unless it's like Kovu from The Lion King. Lion, not attractive. Personality of Aslan the lion, very attractive. That's how I look at it. You do have a point about Jacob Twilight. I know, right? I do. I know I do. But, okay, so nodding, right? So me when I'm like, okay, other than animal, look at nodding as a concept. Nodding is very romantic in Omegaverse because it's like connecting you to someone so much that you like stay with them after the fact. Not connected to furry. Many fanfictions, no furry intended. I'm tilting because my phone tilted. Many fanfiction, regardless of if werewolf fanfiction or other type of fanfiction, nodding is not connected to whether the person can shapeshift into an animal or not. Nodding, as in quotation marks, nodding? Yes, that type of nodding. Take it back. This is my Oshia. Hold on. Look, have you not ever read a nodding fanfiction? Don't speak to me about the Omegaverse. I wasn't there when it was written Aslan. Aslan, I don't know if he's not. He's not a wolf. But you know what I mean. Nodding is very romantic. It's like keeping you with the person that you love. Like it's like a true form of dedication. Do you know what I mean? A lot of hoops just admit you're furry. I'm not a furry. It's not connected to whether the character is animal features or not. Nodding is just a part of like the connection between two people. Like you're mates for life and you're nodding, you know? You know what I mean? That's from all the way the back of the room. That's right. You're right. Giant pointing hand that I don't have as an asset anymore. Pointing hand. You're right. Yeah, I'm not a furry. I'm an alpha. I'm a soft alpha. And my omega, my submissive omega is Usachi Yui. But also it's Hiyori Mokami. Because Hiyori Mokami is also a submissive omega. I have to ask Yena what she is. Did Yena take the Omegaverse quiz? Did she take the Omegaverse quiz? I don't know if she did. I should ask her if she took the Omegaverse quiz, because then I would know like what her status is. Bro, I showed, oh my god, Vanali, I showed Yena Youngblood that meme you made of me and Yui. with the freaking, I'm not gonna call you soft alpha, you needy beta bitch. I showed Yena Youngblood that and she laughed so hard and I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god, Vanali, I need, if you ever feel compelled to draw a meme of Hiyori Mokami with a giant fish holding 4 other medium-sized fish, me holding 4 large fish, and then Yena Youngblood holding 2 small fish and crashing out. That'd be so cool. Because that's what happened on our trip. So why is my tongue doing it like that? I was trying to like move my mouth down. Like why is my tongue doing that? Keep the tongue in your mouth, Toka. But don't let detract in the fact that I caught more fish than the other young blood. That's the real thing I gotta prove. The real point is that I caught more fish. Can't contain the freakiness. I don't got no freakiness. I'm super normal. I'm the normalest member of SVP. Right? Everyone nods and says yes. Toka is the most normalist. Oh my god, you want to see art I drew when I was on our trip? We went to this cafe that has chalkboard, and I drew this. What do you think of this art I drew? It's a little art of Hio and Yena and I hanging out. I drew it with chalk, a giant chalk thing. We were all hanging out. The smudges on my outfit are me trying to color in the freaking black part of my bodysuit, but it didn't work. I thought it would, it didn't work. I tried so hard to like figure out how to draw Yena's hair with a freaking gigantic chalk crayon thing. But I also made Hio's boobs kind of big. And I also didn't draw her hair correctly. I was convinced I could draw her hair from memory. I couldn't draw her hair from memory. I had to look it up after. But it was too late at that point. But that's the art I drew. But I did have a lot of fun, like, even though I was like dying of motion sickness on the freaking boat. I was having fun. It is very fluffy. The fact that she said earlier today that her bangs were based off of warrior cats has kind of changed my whole perception of her. Because now, I think it's hotter. And that's not because I'm a furry. I just think that the warrior cat bangs are really good. Like, do you guys remember, are any of you guys actually a fan of warrior cats? I remember back in the days, one of my favorite AMV back from like the warrior cat days were like, literally, there is a AMV. I think you can still find it if you search it specifically. You would have to type in like warrior cats AMV Hollyleaf silent like the snow, I believe is like the term you'd have to. Okay, wait, what if I just find it on YouTube? What if I just find it and share it? Okay, wait, Hollyleaf AMV silent like the snow. I don't know what I did to this. Oh my god, I found it. Quiet like the snow. Quiet like the snow. Copy link address. This is a re-upload of the original. Oh my god, I used to think this was the coolest shit in the world. This shit hit so hard, okay? This AMV is so good. I used to love this AMV. I mean, I still do, but like, hey, you know, if you ever want a good, a map, AMV, like, warrior cats content, you should ask me. I still look at them. Like, there's a phenomenal one of, like, you're the one, da da da, like you now. Forget the rest of the lyrics. Da 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 da. I would find it again if you guys asked me for it. But it's like a phenomenally good, Warrior Cats MV. I mean, one of my favorite musicals to listen to nowadays, I literally found from a Warrior Cats MV. And it showed me, it introduced me to the Count of Monte Cristo, like, I was gonna say, the Count of Monte Cristo Warrior Cats community. No, the Count of Monte Cristo musical. As you can tell, I'm very normal. I'm the normalest member of SCP. I'm so normal that I'm like literally a piece of bread. And I would never say something weird or unhinged because I'm so normal that I could never do that. I'm more say-so than Hyunimokami. I've never sworn. And I would never hold a fishing pole that looked like I was jorking it. That wouldn't happen on my streams. Because I'm so normal. The N after the tilde is normal. Yeah, you're right. The N stands for normal. That sounds like something a normal person would say. Yes, because it is true. Because I am the most normal. This is Warrior Cats? Oh, okay. Oh, what's wrong with Warrior Cats? You got something to say about Warrior Cats? Bro, I found out when I was hanging out with them that Yenna stopped reading Warrior Cats at like Blue Star's Prophecy. That's like barely any of Warrior Cats. Like, I think I stopped reading after like the end of the Omen of the Stars Last Hope arc. Like after I won't spoil the series. Actually, the series has been out for so long, if you don't know Warrior Cats, you're not gonna know it. I stopped reading after the part where Firestar basically becomes like a martyr and then saves everyone. Like after the lost, like the Omen of the Stars arc. Like it's when he dies for real, and not just like fake for real. Hi King! Late night? It's not late night. I think I stream around this time normally. I think I end normally around 10:30 or 11. Especially during the weekdays. Most vanilla VTuber? I'm so vanilla. I don't read, I've totally not read a bunch of M-rated fanfiction. That wouldn't be me. And I didn't stay up reading fanfiction till 6 a.m. last night. I really didn't. But I kind of did. I was reading Robin and Raven fanfiction. Because they're my Teen Titans ship. Because I really like Raven, and I used to have a crush on both of them, honestly. I used to have a crush as a kid on both Raven and Robin. I thought they were like the coolest ever, and so I shipped them together, and I still do. I haven't stopped. I don't remember where I left off on the Warrior Cat series. I mean, it's kind of easy to tell based off of like who the main characters were in the book you read. Because in the first part of the series, it's Firestar's the main character. Then it's Squirrelflight and Brambleclaw. Then after that, it's Hollyleaf, Jayfeather, and Lionblaze. Then after that, it's Dovewing and Ivypool. Then after that, it's Greywing, I think is his name, and his brother. And then after that, it goes to like the Lost something, and then it goes back in time, and then like we time. Well, no, wait. Greywing is like when you time travel back, and then you go back in the future, and then it's Bramblestar and Bristlefrost and Root Spring and Shadowheart. Shipping Robin to us, all I need to know. You're a Buffy Faith shipper. Wait, how did you know that? Wait, actively? How did you know that? Wait, I actively want to know. Wait, what about that told you that? Like, that's actually kind of insane. How did you know that? Why do you know that? How did that tell you that? I don't understand. What do you mean? How did you know that? My mom worked with a relative of theirs, so when they came to visit, they offered to get my book signed, and then I never found it way back. Oh, that makes sense. I love them. Surely Fools has been here before, but what do you mean? I've never said that I like Buffy and Faith. When I've talked about Buffy before, I've said that I liked Willow and Tara. Beast Boy Starfire is a ship, and how those two aren't pushed more is baffling. It is kind of baffling to me too. Also, but it might be baffling to me because a lot of the fanfiction I read for Robin and Raven is literally like they ship Robin and Raven, and then they put Beast Boy and Starfire. Look, I'm just a hater because when I was a kid, I mean, honestly, still now, somehow, still now, I still don't like Beast Boy. I still really don't like Beast Boy. So like, I can't even like read fanfiction where like Raven and Beast Boy date. Like, I would rather read basically almost any other ship in Teen Titans. Like, I just can't. I just think that Beast Boy is so annoying. Can I understand your POV and also tell you you're wrong? You can understand my POV and tell them I'm wrong. The Golden Compass? I didn't read it, but I love the movie. The Golden Boy paired with the damage harsh around the edges brunette, tethering on the edge of evil? Damn. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Did I ever? But like, I've read the whole plot of the Golden Compass series. I've never read it, but I've read the plot because I wasn't ever gonna finish it, so I read the whole plot. I've read the whole plot of the Dark Materials. I know how it ends. It's kind of funny. But I just like... I don't like characters like Beast Boy very often. It's like how I used to ship Harry and Hermione. Like, I really can't enjoy, like, the sort of, like, quote-unquote, because they're not technically annoying, but, like, the quote-unquote annoying, like, silly jokester people who, like, don't respect people's boundaries. Like, those sorts of people, like, I really can't relate to them in any way. So I don't like watching shows where they're, like, the ones, you know? Yeah, the class clown, poorly behaved one. Like I don't relate to that at all. And so I don't empathize with it. So I never liked Beast Boy. And so I never liked reading the fan fiction with him in it. Especially not if he was dating Raven, because Raven was the one I liked the most. You know? Well, to be fair, Beast Boy had a pretty rough past. He did. Yeah, I don't like ship Beast Boy and Raven. Sorry, Beast Boy and Starfire. But it just, like, is normally what the ship is when you're reading a Robin Raven fanfiction, where they, like, end up putting them into it, you know? Same for The Flash. I never watched The Flash. But I did like him in the CW series when I was watching, like, episodes of Supergirl and when I would watch clips of Supergirl. But he's very charming, The Flash. Like, he's not like Beast Boy where... I don't find Beast Boy very charming, you know? Like, he doesn't make me laugh at all. His jokes don't land for me. Not that I need someone to be funny for me to like them, you know? But his jokes didn't really land for me when I would watch Teen Titans. All these years, every year I rewatch the Teen Titans series. And he never gets any funnier for me. But I respect him. You know? I do respect him. But I don't find any humor in him. Also, the Harry Hermione makes sense since Ginny barely appears in the book. She does barely appear. And, like, well, the thing about Harry and Hermione when I watched that content and read that content when I was a kid was, like, you might think this is very judgmental, but I could never, ever understand why Hermione would be interested in someone who was as uninterested in being intelligent or taking things like school as seriously as Ron, if that makes sense. And like Ginny and Harry barely interact. That's also been that's true, it is his best friend's sister. My best friend's brother, my best friend's brother. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. My best friend's brother, my best friend's brother is the one for me. BFB, hey, BFB. Sorry, I was thinking about Victorious. Oh my god, we were watching some stuff on Nickelodeon when I was with Perry. And like... it was so funny because they kept having like clips of Victorious as like ads for Nickelodeon, and I was like at this point in time I feel like Victorious is kind of old. I was like, why are they still making ads with Victorious as the part of the ad? Like, why not a newer Nickelodeon series? I was like, this is such a strange choice. You know what I mean? Like, it just is such an interesting choice for a ad at this point. I also saw one for Drake and Josh, and I was like, guys, this is very old for a Nickelodeon ad at this point in time. I don't think like I don't think like this is the ad that's gonna like get you new viewership for Nickelodeon on the online TVs. But I mean, I guess it's still better than their newer stuff. I mean, I wouldn't know their newer stuff. I stopped watching when I got to a certain age, but I mean, Victorious is always good to me. I know some people think Victorious is really bad, but for me, it was like, Honestly, the reason I went, I was like, oh yeah, I would love to go into like art school. Like, like I loved Victorious. No way, it's 2004. I didn't watch Drake and Josh, by the way, but that's crazy. Drake and Josh was a little too old for me, but Hermione had to like something of Ron. She stole all his scenes in the movie. That's true. I don't really understand though, like his appeal, if that makes sense. Like, what about him is like attractive? If that makes sense. Can you defend Ron to me? Do you guys have like a defense for Ron? Are any of you Ron fans? Can you tell me what makes him attractive? Scrappy underdog. People like that. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, I guess? That is so insane. I don't think that's a defense, Concleaver. They just spent too much time around each other. I don't know if that's a defense for anyone. Hermione could have literally had a new choice Ron. Does Ron have any redeeming traits? To be fair, relationships in these novels aren't just due to suspension. That's true. Defriending Ron requires understanding Rowland's writing, which is ultimately harrowing to me. This is true. Victorious does go super hard. Guys, I was such a big fan of Jade. I also had a crush on her as a kid. I also had a crush on Beck. I had a crush on both of them. I thought Beck and Jade were both so attractive. But like, it was very interesting because when the ad came on, I was talking to Perry about Victorious, and Perry was like, oh yeah, my favorite character was Kat. And I was like, my favorite character was Jade. And I was like, this makes sense. It makes sense. It's like how Perry's favorite character is Starfire. My favorite character from Teen Titans is Raven. It makes a lot of sense for our personalities, you know? Oh my god. I just dripped wine onto my chest. Oops. Nobody likes the nerdy Vintro guy. What's a Vintro mean? What does that mean? It's just the usual opposites attract trope. The ones who identify with. It does make a lot of sense. I mean, Harry is much more smart well, I guess Kat is smart, but more what's the term? Like she likes those types of like very bubbly, like sort of himbo-ish girls, I guess. Or even was the best girl in Teen Titans, hands down. That is true. That is true! Oh, the Puppet King? Oh no, Robbie! You mean Robbie. iCarly Victorious. Oh my god, Duxon! You're here. I have to tell you my lore. Because you tried asking people and you didn't get a good answer. My lore is that I was, so a long time ago, the gods made, they were making worlds. Like, Earth isn't the first world. But they wanted to make a world where the beings on the world and the planet were something akin to them. Like, something that reflected them back perfectly. And so they made humans for the Earth. And the humans were supposed to reflect the gods perfectly. But as time went on, they realized, oh my god, my phone is still dying. Anyway, sorry. At a certain point, they realized that the humans they made were flawed. And they had these horrible flaws about them. And the gods had never seen or experienced flaws before. And it upset them. Because that meant that they had flaws. And the gods thought they were perfect. So seeing humans have flaws really upset them, and it upset their balance of their life, and it shocked them to their core, and they cried for the first time. And their tears from witnessing flaws and realizing they had flaws for the first time made me. And so they put me in charge of trying to purify humans so that they don't have flaws or despair or sadness, so that they can finally have the world that they wanted, which is a world of perfect people, just like what they wanted themselves to be. The part with Serena is just that I was allowed to have a human that I could connect myself to. and I was taking a really long time to make my choice. And then there was like, I heard a really strong cry filled with emotion. And it was Serena crying over her friend's dead body, and I gave her the power of time travel, hoping it would allow her to fix everything. And it didn't, but I had tethered myself to Serena, and then she got invited to the Stellarverse to, you know, do the stuff in the Stellarverse, and I followed her. I wasn't given an invitation to the Stellarverse. I just followed her, and they said, okay. 5... I saw the number 5 and I said it out loud. That's how you know I love the number 5. Thank you, King Okaze, for the super chat. Does this mean that Toka is the Homura to Perry's Madoka? I don't know about that. I would say maybe I'm more of like the Homura to Serena's Madoka. I am the result of human character flaws. I love the number 5. 5, 15, 3, 555. So they contracted those flaws, Yuri fangirling, into corporal form. Yes. Weak flaws make it interesting to you. The actor for Beck was in the most recent Resident Evil movie as Leon. Really? It was super distracting and just pretending it was a Victorious sequel. The most weird Victorious crossover sequel to exist in the world. Perception of coverage. I am Serena's Cube. I guess you could say that, but I'm not evil, so I'll take notes. Thank you, Toka. What can I say? Also, if you want a brief looking at the plot of my lore, you can go back to my debut, and it has a slide that says my whole lore, but also it's on the VTuber wiki. Because someone, I don't know who it was, but somebody actually just like copy and pasted everything and then put it in there, which is kind of insane. Because I don't think you can copy and paste a like debut slide, but they did it, I guess. Why is my phone not charging faster than it's dying? What is this? What is this foolishness? Maybe that will make it go faster? Perception of convergence is really messed up for a lot of people. What does that even mean? Turn on the brightness on my phone. Oh, that's smart. Turned my brightness down. Oh, my background apps. That's actually very smart too. I do have a lot of background apps open. Oh my god, I turned off eBridger. I just kept swiping. Okay, there we go. It is plugged. Oh, I don't know if it's a fast charger. It's just the one I own. It's just the one I own. I have the ones where it's like 2 holes for the USB-C or USB. It's just plugged into one of those. Cause I only have one thing. That's why sometimes when I'm like, oh my god, guys, I gotta run to my, you know, and then run to the living room and then grab my charger things, because I'll bring my charger out to the living room and then try to charge my phone in the living room when I'm hanging out there. But then I only have one charger, so I have to bring it back to my room so that I can like freaking charge my own stuff and then when I'm streaming. The charger is 25 watts. I don't know anything about watts. I bought this charger at a drugstore. Cory in the House? Oh my god, I think I liked that show. I don't remember it though, but I know what it is. I read the first Inkheart book when I was in like middle school, but I don't remember much about the plot. So like when I was reading books and stuff, like the main ones I liked were Percy Jackson, Harry Potter, and Twilight, and stuff like that, you know? I still like Percy Jackson, but I haven't revisited the series in a long time. Unfortunately, the movies they made for it weren't very good either. God, the Percy Jackson movies are so ass. Oh my god, you want to see? I was supposed to show you guys stuff, talk about my trip. I should just show you this before we end. Well, we won't end soon yet. I want to talk still, but... I want to see my crab. I was looking to the side of my monitor and I have like... I'm the way that I am. Where I like put all of my TNGs and stuff like on the side of my monitor. Oh, you don't have to watch the rest of it. You might as well just read the books. You don't need to. Oh my god, the Percy Jackson movie is so bad. Like, I wish that they had actually made a good one. Why did they do that? It made me really upset because, like, it's a really good series. Like, if they had just adapted it well, it would have, I think, popped off. And now it feels a little too late because the books aren't as popular anymore. So it's like, if they try to remake it, it's not gonna be as good. They tried to make a Percy Jackson series on Disney Plus, and it was not good. I didn't read Narnia. I watched the movies. But oh my god, so I bought some books when I was on my trip, and I bought this one called Tender is the Flesh. And I'm gonna start reading it soon. So if you want to read a book that I'm reading this book called Tender is the Flesh. It's about like cannibalism, and it's like a metaphor for capitalism, and like it's very interesting. Apparently it's very well written. I found out about it from this person I watch who talks about splatterpunk books. And the description seemed really good, so I bought it. I just wanted, like, I don't know, a good Percy Jackson series adaptation. Also, like, the Kane Chronicles. No one's even tried to adapt the Kane Chronicles. I don't know why. So Tokyo Ghoul, but if it's anti-capitalist? I've never done that one. I never watched Tokyo Ghoul. Nana! Nana! Animal hotness tier list where I rank off of what personality. Yes, like, so to prove I'm not a furry, I want to show that I rank animals and like characters that are animals based off of the personality. So I thought maybe if I did a tier list where I rank animals off of the hotness of what personality I think they would have if they were human, it would show people that it's just like, it's about the personality, not the fact that they're animals. Nana, hi. I love you, Nana. Nana! To prove she's not. Because I'm not. Tokyo Ghoul's man on your. I mean, I'm not watching Attack on Titan. LOL. Should I get on all fours and start barking? I don't think it would attract me because you're barking because, like, you're like a dog, but because you're barking on all fours. It just makes you seem very submissive and breedable. Has nothing to do with animal stuff. Well, I do think Kimono Mimi is more attractive than normal human. I think Kimono Mimi is very attractive. Like cat girls, dog girls. I think that's very attractive. I prefer anime girls who are Kimono Mimi because I just think it's cute. Well, but I don't want it to be full animal. I want it to be like Kimono Mimi. I like Kimono Mimi. I think it's the cutest part when they have like the animal ears and tail, but they're like a human. Like most VTubers. Like most VTubers are. You cannot make the same mistake. Aslan can get it. Piccolo, no. Have I watched Beast Wars? Oh yeah, I have. I've also read a good portion of the manga. And no, I don't think they're attractive because they're just freaking animals that can talk and walk on legs, okay? That's not what I think is attractive. I think they have good personalities, and I think Juno is hot. If it makes you feel better, I don't think that Haru is hot, alright? I just think Juno is hot. And also, sometimes the other ones. The copium is strong. No, it's not. I'm not coping. You read the Beastars manga, and you tell me that Louis isn't hot. You do it. You go try right now, and you tell me that. This music needs to loop again. Everyone is so close-minded. I read that literally in the way that it goes like, my god, everyone is so creative. I read it in the same... Like, do you guys not do that type of stuff? Kimi no kote koi ni naru. What is that? Kimi no koete koi ni naru. Oh, it's this one! I kind of wanted to watch that just because I thought the concept was interesting. Not because I think the guy is hot, but because I think the girl is cute. I also wanted to watch that new Yuri where it's like their mermaid, but she's like a siren, but she's like a monster. I don't know what that one's called though, I forgot. I was also watching Bad Girls recently, and I know Nana's gonna start watching Bad Girls. Oh my god, Bad Girls is so good. I know, I get what you're saying, good luck fighting if you're... I don't have to fight them because I'm winning. I don't need to fight the furry allegations, I'm winning against the furry allegations. Yeah, Yuri, Siren, Monster Girl sort of one. Yeah. It's like a new one this season. Furry? No. Siren, Monster Girl, Yuri, anime. Yuri anime. Eat Me! It's called Eat Me. Eat Me, Yuri. She wants to eat me. The monster wants to eat me. I'm just trying to talk about a Yuri anime that's came out recently. It's called This Monster Wants to Eat Me. I haven't watched it yet, but the art is so pretty. I just want to like... I'm not still talking about furries! It came up again, Cora! I'm just trying to say that I'm interested in this Yuri anime that came out. This is called This Monster Wants to Eat Me. It's like... The art's really pretty, and I've seen really cute clips of it on Twitter. And... It's, yeah, watashi no tabetai hitote nashi. It's like really cute. Like, the girls look really cute, and I think one of them is like a siren or something. Halloween werewolf? No, Halloween Yuri. I'm still me, and I'm not a furry. And God, you guys are getting in my head. I'm gonna start calling myself a furry. I'm not. I'm going to dress up for the Halloweens, but as a Yuri. As Yuri Girl Love. No clipping that! Pull up the Aslan pic? You mean this one on my desktop? The Halloweens. Why? You know, I don't have a good... Oh god, I don't have a good, like... Halloween outfit picked. Because, like, literally... What? King Okaze, thank you for the $5. Here you go, Toka. You should check the manga series out. Kimi ga shinu mai made koi wa shitai. Even the one with the furry anime? Yeah, I mean, I might watch it just to see what happens. At the ready, because it's on my desktop. Guys, I don't organize my desktop. It's just like, it's there in lines. Like, Hio's seen it before. I just have like things lined up, and then I can just drag them if they're in like the eye line of sight. I mean, what, am I afraid for still having this on my desktop? No, I don't think so. Like, it's just on my desktop. I can very easily, like, grab this because it's in my eyesight. I'm not a furry, it's a phoenix, you know? It's Osamu Tezuka, like, the grandfather of anime and manga. Remove. Why are you like this? I'm not like this! This is just how I organize my desktop! But, like, that freaking bird? What's wrong with the freaking bird? It's a good bird. That manga and the anime is really good, by the way. Like, if you, like very philosophical anime and manga, if you like things that sort of make you consider, like, what is life good, XYZ, like, I would very much recommend checking out The Phoenix by Osamu Tezuka. It's a very good manga and anime series. It's very deep. And the Phoenix is just very cool! She's barely in it. She's like a metaphor. She's not really like a character, she's a metaphor. Furries together, furries forever? No, I'm not a furry. It's just, if you ever want like a classic manga, very classic because it's very old. Not that I'm old, I'm very young. I recommend The Phoenix. Very good. Like, you guys can't tell me you guys have like been anime fans and manga fans for such a long time, but never like looked into the original mangas and animes of like he like created manga and he created anime. Like he made Astro Boy and Kim of the White Lion / League of the Lion and Phoenix and the Amazing Three and Princess Knight. Like you gotta go back and see all the history. It's like I'm enjoying history. You know what I mean? Like, well, he was also a furry. Okay, well, I can't defend him because I think he might have been a furry. But that's not the case. You know, that's not what I'm defending. It's that like those things are so good. You know, like you gotta check out that history. Not the history furries, the history of manga and anime. Like if you guys ever go to Japan, you gotta check out the Osamu Tezuka Museum. Like I didn't get to see that with Hio when I went, but I saw it when I was a kid, and like I've been a big fan of Osamu Tezuka since I was a kid. Like literally, one of the merches in the store for his museum is like this beret he used to wear, and like he would always draw himself with this beret. I literally bought it and wore it for like most of high school. I wore the Osamu Tezuka beret, and like it's like he's like the grandfather of anime and manga. You gotta check it out. It's so good. Like you gotta pick one, you know, like you could read like Jungle Emperor Leo, you could read like Princess Knight, you could read The Phoenix. I recommend The Phoenix or Princess Knight because I think those are my favorite of the ones that he's made that are series. Or if you if you want a one-off, there's this one called Apollo Song. That one's really good. Like it's a one-off. It's like reading a long fan fiction, and it's like very philosophical about love and what is love and how do you learn to love, and it's about this guy who I think is kind of like a psychopath, but it's like he is like he doesn't know how to love anyone. He's very like jaded, but like the gods curse him, and then there's like this whole thing about him like learning what love is. Tatami Galaxy. Wait, let me look at that one. Is there like an English name for that? No, I never have. Yeah, I know. It's really sad to me how many people don't know Osamu Tezuka's name. Like, maybe I'm like strange because my mother was a really big fan of Princess Knight and Astro Boy. So when I was growing up, my mom showed me Kim of the White Lion. Because that was what was like readily available when we like went to this like shop. Because they didn't have Astro Boy DVDs and they didn't have Princess Knight DVDs. So my mom bought me Kim of the White Lion. And I liked it so much that she went on eBay and she found me a box set. And I watched the whole box set and I kept watching it because it was so good. I watched the box set again and again and again. And then eventually one day for her birthday, my dad and I went on eBay and we bought her the DVDs of Princess Knight. And my mom and I watched it together. And I got to know Princess Knight through that, you know? We watched it again and again and again. And I really learned to appreciate, you know, like all of Osamu Tezuka's unique style of writing. And it makes me sad sometimes when people are like, oh, I don't know Osamu Tezuka. Like, who the heck is that? He's the grandfather, the god of anime. He created it. You know? It's very, it is old, but I think it still stands up, you know? Like, and like Princess Knight is very like I think is a very good like it's not shoujo, but it's like that vibe. Your mom sounds very thoughtful and generous. She is. She's very generous. She used to piss people off because of that. Like my mom, oh my god, she used to piss off so many moms because my mom is very thoughtful. And so because I was in theater, you know. And so we would do plays, and my mom would always theme these gift bags or gifts for all of the kids in the shows based off of like the characters they were, even if they were in the ensemble. My mom would like make very themed gifts that were based off of the show we were in, and then she would also record the show, and then she would make like DVDs of the production, but for every single parent she would do a cover for the DVD that was like literally like and like a photo collage of their kid. Even if the kid was in the ensemble, she would like zoom in to grab pictures of the kid in different scenes, and she would make a collage of them for the cover of the DVD jacket she was making for the parent. So every parent would have a DVD of the show we were in with a cover jacket of the kid in the ensemble or whatever role they were. That way the parent could very easily identify their kid throughout the whole thing. And I think it would piss like some parents off because they'd be like, well, why is she doing this so much? She's trying to prove that she's like a better parent than us. But that was like not the point, you know? It was like to try to like make sure that everyone could appreciate the show and appreciate this memory of their kid. So that was like a really fun like thing my mom used to do. And she's very generous like that. I might watch Tokyo Godfathers. I've had a lot of people tell me in the past I should watch Tokyo Godfathers, but I never have yet. I don't really watch anime. I don't really watch shows. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and like recently I used to like watch, or I have been watching a lot of like I've been watching a lot of aquarium building videos recently. You know? Like I've been watching a lot of those like I built this aquarium over 90 days, you know? Or like I built a aquarium that mimics the barrier reef. I'm like, oh, that's cool. What do you mean I'm at that stage as a YouTube viewer? It's very relaxing. Watching someone build an aquarium, it's like really fun. They're like, oh, this is a fact about this fish. This fish lives at this depth in the ocean, and this is how I mimic it in this aquarium. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. They're like, oh, I got this sort of frog, and I'm building a terrarium for this frog. I'm like, oh, a frog. You know, is that like a certain stage that I should be looking out for of my mental state of zoomerness or something? Like, what do you mean? That was me trying to be a frog. Did it work? Did I sound like a frog? Did that work? Did it pick up on the mic? Did it work? Am I good? Am I good at voice acting? I don't know. Zoomer, no boomer, maybe. What the frick? Videos about niche hobbies are great. Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I like animal videos. I like animal videos. So I really like the ones about aquarium building. Recently. I've also been watching a lot of baking and cooking content and like, I tried these 5 best like eateries in America, like sort of stuff. But I mean, I also watch like eating ASMR and like VTuber stuff and VTuber covers. And I also watch a lot of GMM. So I think my like YouTube viewership of like videos is very like, what do you call like worldwide. I have a very large base of different videos I watch. This is why she got more fish to proud. No, I didn't. Oh my god, guys, you don't understand what my fishing content life was like. So when we got on the boat, right? Hio and Yeno were like, oh my god, yippee, fishing! And I was like, oh my god, yippee, fishing! Because I was going on the boat. And when the boat took off, I thought it was super fun because it was like very bumpy, and I was like, oh my god, it's like a carnival ride. And it was like going around. I was like, I hadn't felt the motion sickness yet, okay? No, this was like the trip I just went on. We're like on this boat. And I was like, oh my god, yippee! Like, it was so bouncy and fun, and it felt very, like, I could feel the crisp air on my skin. It was so nice. And then, but then, as we were getting deeper into the sea, I started feeling it. I was like, oh my god. I could feel my stomach turn. I was like, oh my god. I'm gonna be sick. This is insane. Like in the beginning, I was so excited because I wasn't motion sick yet, and it was so fun. Like feeling the crisp morning air on my skin, and the boat was like so like fun. It was like riding a dragon. I was like, "Whoa!" And you know, it was nice. And then it hit me. motion sickness. And I was like, oh no. Like literally, like, before we even got to, like, start fishing, I felt it. Like, we were just going out to sea, and I was like, oh my god. Like, well, no, I thought about it. Like, I took 2 Dramamines. Like, before we went, like, I took 2 Dramamine. I thought that maybe that would be enough, you know? Because I've been fishing before with some friends, and, like, I guess we were, like, the water was very calm when we went fishing. So, the boat didn't really move when I went, like, other fishing. Like, we were going for, like, small fish, and, like, it wasn't, like, bad or anything. Have a good night, Sergeant! But I was literally, like, leaning my back against the wall of the boat. My hands were, like, leaning against the railing. I was, like, deep breathing with my head down. I was, like, literally, I was, like, just feeling, like... like, I was literally, like, breathing like that, like, most of the time. Just leaning my hands against the railing and, like, leaning my back against the ship and, like, putting my feet against, like, the part where, like, the boat started going up to the wall of it, you know? I was just, like, sitting there for, like, half of it was just me leaning against this, like, breathing in really deep. I was like, oh. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I can't do this. I was like, how long? I would be like, how long do we have left? And then, like, he or Yenna would say how much time. I'd be like, oh my god, no way. I'd be like breathing and breathing. I was like, how much longer is this gonna be? But every time I was fishing, oh yeah, they noticed. They kept being like, are you okay? I was like, I'm fine. We're gonna catch fish. But like, every once in a while, like, I would feel like I could feel like a tug on my thing when I was like doing the fishing. I'd be like, oh my god, a fish. I would like wake up. I would like feel the core of my soul. Like go like, woo! Like I got like the anime buff. Like, like I would start reeling. I start reeling, and I'd catch a fish. So, I was actually the first person to catch a fish. Just so everyone knows, I was the first one to get a fish. Almost instantaneously, I got a fish. So, what can I say? I'm just like I'm built different. I got a fish immediately. I'm built different. I just lost the heel by 1, but like, you know, I'm built diff. And you still be, you know, I know. What can I say? I'm super skilled at fishing. I'm a fishing king. Can't believe Yenna and Hio lost the fishing count to... No, Hio got 1 more fish than me. She did. It's kind of, effed up that she would. But, whatever, I guess. Like, I should have gotten pity, but I guess the world decided she deserved another fish. Whatever. I wasn't even a part of the fishing, like, contest. I was just there hanging out. They were filming a video, and I heard about it, and I was like, I go with you. Because I was already out, like, deciding to go on a trip to go visit, like, Perry and Lemmy. I was like, well, I'm already traveling. I might as well just travel to you guys after. So I did that. I was like, why not just buy a second ticket and go follow them like a stalker or something? I was like, oh, like, I'm already traveling. I might as well just hang out with people. I'll just go stalk Hio again. Because I was like, why not? Like, I already had the time off of work. I might as well just go. Like, no reason not to. Yenna lost to the bystander with a handicap. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Another 300 points to my mileage account. Why not? You know? I mean, I'm already out. Why would I not just go on a trip? Like, I'm not planning to travel for the rest of the year, except for when I go home to visit my mom for the holidays. So I was kind of like, why not? Like, if I'm gonna do another trip, it might as well be when I'm already on a trip, you know? Because just like, honestly, by coincidence, the fishing trip landed like right after I was gonna go like to see Perry and Lemmy. So it was kind of like, why wouldn't I? Because like, what am I gonna do? Like, decide to do a different trip like on a different date? Like, yeah, I might as well just go. I'm already out. Because it's like already hard enough to like coordinate pet care and work like leave and stuff. Have you ever tried wearing those glasses with the fluid to help with motion sickness? I have. I own those. They don't really do anything. Or at least for me, they don't do anything. I'm sure for other people they do something. For me, they don't. I was gonna bring my my little like TENS motion shock watch with me, but I forgot it at home. And also, I don't know how that would have done with all the water. Well, like, cause you get splashed by the boat and stuff, you know. So I don't really know if I want to. I don't really know if I want to chance wearing a shock watch to do fishing, where I could get like water against it and like it could burn my skin or something, you know. The 3 to 4 week trip. It was a 2-week trip. What do you mean the 3 to 4 week trip? It was 2 weeks. It was only 2 weeks with you, and it wasn't enough time, by the way. By the way, it should have been a whole year. Actually, it should be the rest of my life with Yuri Mokami. I don't know what you're talking about. 3 or 4 week trip? No. I wish it was 3 to 4. I do. It should have been a whole year, actually. Hio should just be married to me. I don't know what, like, you guys are talking about. He doesn't already my wife, obviously. Just like Yui is. Offkai 2026, I proposed to Hyori Mokami with a ring pop. Can you imagine? I like go up, I'm like, okay, Hio, you need to have your filming camera ready, just when you meet me at this point, like, you know, at the airport. And she like comes to meet me, and I'm like, I'm like holding a ring pop. I'm like, oh my god, Hyori Mokami, I'm your biggest fan. Will you marry me? It'd be so stupid. No fedora. Oh my god, fedoras are so ugly. I can't believe that was a joke that we did for that thing. I was like, ew, fedoras, no. Oh my god, princess, my lady, my princess, my Hime, my goddess. What's that guy? What's his name? That one TikToker? No, the idea for a Hio Toka fanfiction is literally just the Hanahaki disease, Hyori Mokami, and Lamina Alteri, and I think, and I'm the one dying of Hanahaki for Hio, and she isn't, like, and then like, Lamina's the one that like consoles me, and like Yena's the one who's like, I think that Hio has a crush on, but actually she loves me, but I have Hanahaki disease, and I don't think she loves me back. I'm not insane, by the way. That's just a fun fanfiction topic. You know? I'm not insane, but it's a pretty cool fanfiction topic, you know what I mean? It's a normal, yeah. Is it not a normal VTuber topic? Lots of VTubers like Hanahaki, right? Am I wrong? Am I weird? I thought Hanahaki was like a normal topic for VTubers. Is Hanahaki disease? See, literally when I look it up, it's literally like an anime girl on the literal like Wikipedia. It's the only one I'm. What do you mean? Am I really the only VTuber you hear talk about Hanahaki? Is that weird? Really? I can't be the only one you've ever heard talk about Hanahaki. That's insane. I feel like a lot of VTubers have to mention Hanahaki, right? I feel like that's like normal. I'm the first. No way. Well, if you ever want to write a fanfiction, you know, like Hanahaki disease, Toka in love with Hyori Mokami. She thinks that Hio's in love with Yena, but actually Hio secretly hasn't discovered her feelings for her yet. She starts coughing up like sunflowers or like rice, I don't know, like rice grains. And then like Amina is like her like confidant, and like there's like a whole plot. And like I just think it'd be a good Hanahaki one. Because for you, it'd be more like girls falling in love slowly, you know, sort of thing. Like, oh my god, I didn't know you were in baking club. I'm the student council president. Like, it's nice to, you know what? You know? Like, it'd be more like meet cute. But I feel like for Hio, it'd be more about like Hanahaki. You know what I mean? What was it about sanity? It is very sane to love fanfiction. Guys, I think it's very sane. Am I right? Am I right? It's very sane? Say yes. Say yes. Come on now. Say yes. Toka is very sane. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Yes, Toka. You're so right. You're very sane. Liking fanfiction is normal. Oh, yes. Thanks, guys. Toka is very dot. What are you talking about? No, I'm very sane. I just like fanfiction. Looks at the pool up top. What? Welcome to the Toka cult, Crybaby. Finale! Thank you for being a member for 9 months. We all say yes in unison. Thank you, Finale! Thank you. You're very right. Everyone is saying that too. My chat is moving so fast with all of the yeses. Oh, yes. It was Amy that was... Amy likes Hanahaki? Are you for real? Wait, are you sure it was her? I don't want to just go into her DMs and be like, oh my god, you like Hanahaki. And then she's like, no, I don't like Hanahaki. What are you talking about? It was Amy. You're sure? Amy's not safe. Not for me. I might DM her and be like, you like Hanahaki. I mean, I would never do that. Oh my god, no, I would never. Raise his hands up in defeat. I would never do that. She's a Fujo? That makes sense. I'm a Himejoshi. That's what it's called, right? Liking Yuri? Yeah, Conclave, that's a lot of pressure. Like, now if I DM Amy about liking Hanahaki and she says she doesn't, I'm gonna blame you for making it awkward. I'm gonna blame you for that now. Do you know that? Do I have a current fixation right now? Yeah, I'm reading a lot of Raven and Robin fanfiction, but before that I was reading Wenclair, and I might read Wenclair again after, but I will always go back to Supercorp, because I am one of those people. But I also always go back to Jade and Tori from Victorious. I read a lot of Jory fanfiction too, because it's very good. That ship is very good, and if you don't think Jade and Tori are good together, you're wrong, by the way. I think she should have ended up with Jade. I don't think Jade and Beck should have stayed together. I think that Tori should have dated Jade. It's been an honor knowing you, Clever. You guys are assuming he's wrong. Welcome to the Toka cult, Crybaby. Glitcher Emily! Hi, Emily! Hi, Claire. I'm so happy you're back. Thank you! I'm happy to be back. Guys, tomorrow I'm gonna roll for... I don't have a lot of carrots anymore, because I was already rolling for Fuji when I was on my trip, and I had both Hio and Yena do rolls for me in Uma Musume. And I didn't get Fuji. And I did my own roll. And I didn't get Fuji. But tomorrow, we're gonna yap, and I'm gonna do a run with Narita Taishin. Because I did roll Narita Taishin randomly when I was pulling for Fuji. And I didn't get Fuji yet. And... you know, I am considering getting the beginner pack in Uma Musume of carrots, but I don't want to. And I don't want to spend money. But I'm kind of hoping that like streaming luck will make me pull for Fuji Kiseki. And then I'm gonna be really sad after if I don't get her, because I won't have Fuji and I won't have any carrots left to roll for Meisho Doto. So send me your luck so that I can get Fuji as soon as I start the stream. So that I can have Fuji, and then I have extra carrots so I can get Meisho Doto. Because I also really like Meisho Doto, and I think it's effed up that Meisho's right after Fuji, because what the frick? But I really want Fuji. And I really like Meisho Doto, but it's like whatever, I guess. But also it'd be cool if I had both. How do I send her luck? With your thoughts and prayers. My horse doesn't come on in a couple months. Oh my god. Thanks, Freedom. I like Fuji. I feel like Fuji and I are the same person. She's like this weird girl who loves theater, and she's also the dorm mate, like the dorm leader, and like she's very mature, but also she's kind of goofy, and she loves Jungle Pocket. She's super motherly. And we have very similar haircuts, and I really like her. And I also like Meisho Dodo because she's like best friends with TM Opera O. Not that I like TM Opera O or anything. But I like Meisho Dodo because she likes TM Opera O, and also she's really cute. And her and TM Opera O have really good Yuri. Whatever. Meisho Dodo and TM Opera O have such good Yuri art. Oh my god. Phenomenal Yuri art. Opera O-san. She's like so cute. She's like, may I hug you? And then TM Opera was like, and then TM Opera was like, ah! You know, she's like laughing. And she's like, of course, my Meisho Dodo, my queen, my Cinderella, you may. And it's like, oh my god, so cute. So I like them together, and I would like my TM Opera O to have a Meisho Dodo with her so they can be Yuri, but also I love Fujikiseki. And I can't believe I have to wait 2 years to get Jungle Pocket. Actually insane! I want Jungle Pocket right now! Jungle Pocket is like my second favorite under TM Opera O. Literally, Jungle Pocket, I would say, like, I would put Jungle Pocket above literally like all of the rest of the horses. It's like TM Opera O, Jungle Pocket, the rest of the horses. But I still like Fujikiseki. When I just did ASMR, I don't know, a couple months ago. I have to do 2 ASMRs this month, by the way, and it's gonna be Linked Concept, Yandere, and Very Nice Dedede Girl. But the story is gonna be linked because I have to do them for my donathon. Actually, I can do more ASMR now that I have the new PC, because the PC I have now, the fans are very soft, so I could do ASMR without having bad like audio quality like I used to. Oh my god, I listened back to my old ASMR. I don't know how you guys listened to it, because my old ASMR, oh my god, the fans were so loud. Like, if you listen to those old ones, I used to cringe listening back because the fans were so freaking loud on my PC. I'm like, I don't know how you guys even dealt with that. I would have been like, Toka, stop that and just yap again. What the frick are your fans doing? Like, actually trash ASMR. My fans were like 20,000. It was like listening to a jet plane. Like, it was like actually listening to a jet plane. Like, I don't know how you guys dealt with that. I felt bad for you guys. Every time I listen back to my ASMR, I'm like, oh my god, her PC fans are crazy. But now my PC is pretty much like silent. So, unless I'm like rendering in After Effects, which I was doing before stream, oh my god, the fans were going crazy wacko for that, like, After Effects. Jet plane ASMR insane. I still want to buy, I want to one day buy wax candies and the crystal candy so I can eat them in ASMR. Sorry, I had to yawn. But I feel like now I could do more ASMR. I mean, you guys, I don't know if Nana's released it, but she has a Donathon reward that I'm in. I don't think Nana's released it yet, but there is a Donathon award for Nana that I am in. And if you like my ASMR, I am in an ASMR that Nana asked me to record for her. And I think she talked about it on stream before. But it'll be good. I think my audio quality was a lot better because I had my new PC when I recorded it. This isn't jazz. It is jazz. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Me? I'm wrong. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That was still jazz. Of this same non-copyright track. I think you guys might potentially like my new ASMRs I'll do this month, but if you don't like when it's happening, don't tell me. Okay? Tell me after the stream. Don't tell me during, because I'm not gonna script them fully. I'm gonna script like plot points, but I'm not gonna script the talking, so it's more natural. And if the audio quality is bad, I can't tell you. I can't help you at that point. But also, this month is gonna be mostly so not this week, because I'm just coming back and I have a lot of collabs to make up, but next week, and start from then till the end of the month, my main streams are gonna be, it's gonna be Monster Prom with Serena and the rest of the girls that are in that, and then it's gonna be Monster Prom, it's gonna be Monster Prom, Corpse Party, and Pokemon, because next week Pokemon comes out, guys. If you aren't prepared, you better pre-order, because Pokemon ZA will come out next week. I almost forgot. Oh my god, my tracking. Wait, let me fix it. But next week Pokemon comes out, so I'll be doing Corpse Party, Monster Prom, and Pokemon for the rest of the month. Yeah, ZA is coming out. So if you didn't order your game to come in, you better order it. Not long ago? You mean Pokemon? It came out like 2 years ago, right? I'm really excited for ZA. Because I just really like Pokemon in general. And it's always been like a game that I've actually enjoyed. Like, not that I don't enjoy playing games, but I'm very particular. I'm sure you guys can tell from my game taste when I play games, but I have a very specific game taste. And it's very hard for me to find like a game I really enjoy because I'm very specific. I would rather just yap and do like a tier list or do something else. So, it's been harder for me to find games that I really like enjoy. But I always have loved Pokemon, so I'm gonna do Pokemon when it comes out. Do I care for Digimon? I do. I was a very big Digimon girl growing up. Digimon Tamers I've watched several times, not just once. And I've played Digimon World DS. I played Digimon Dawn and Dusk, but I haven't played any of like the Digimon like PC games. But I love Digimon World DS and I love Digimon Dawn and Dusk. My problem with a lot of Digimon games nowadays is they're not like Digimon Dawn and Dusk or Digimon World DS. I have a specific niche of games I like. What type of niche is it? Pokemon fan game playthroughs that you were doing were fun. Yeah, I love Pokemon fan games. I wish more like Digimon games were like Dawn and Dusk and stuff like that, because those I think were really fun, but they're like basically Pokemon. I think that's the problem, is that when you would play Dawn and Dusk in World DS, the playstyle was basically Pokemon. But I love the lore of Digimon because I was really big into it when I was a kid. I watched the original Digimons, I've watched Digimon Tamers, I watched the one where they like combine with the Digimon, and I watched the one after that, but I didn't watch the ones after that, like Digimon, I think it was like Word or something, where it was like, the one where like, it's like Shoutmon and stuff. I didn't really get into that one. Yeah, it's not the Digimon World PS1 remake. It's a very different game. Never played. I had a DS and a 3DS growing up. The DS was my DS Lite specifically was the first console I ever had. It was a gift for Christmas because I really wanted to play Pokemon because I was a fan of Pokemon growing up, the anime, and my parents were like, "I guess we can get you a DS." So I had a DS. My first console was a DS Lite Black, and my first game on a DS was Digimon Pokemon Diamond. And I loved that game to bits. And when I got Platinum, I played that several times because Platinum is just a better version of Diamond. I did play Fossil Fighters. I love Fossil Fighters. But you know what I liked more than that was Pokemon Ranger. I think Pokemon Ranger were like my favorite Pokemon games growing up. I liked Pokemon Ranger. And then I liked Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But specifically, I really liked Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time and Darkness / Sky. I'll be honest, I originally bought Fossil Fighters because I thought it was a spin-off of Dinosaur King. I genuinely thought when I got because I got Fossil Fighters used. I didn't get it like I almost never had DS games like the original like release. Like I would get like a used version at like this. I don't remember the name of it. It wasn't GameStop. It was like a local anime-ish game like resale store that I used to go to as a kid. And I went one day and I saw Fossil Fighters. It wasn't GameStar. It was like a local place. Like it was a local to my where I grew up, like sort of store. And I went in and I saw Fossil Fighters and I thought, oh my god, it's Dinosaur King. And I bought it and I put it in and I was like, wait a second, this isn't Dinosaur King. But I still played it. It was very fun. But I was like, I can't believe I thought this was Dinosaur King. I think it's just because I saw a dinosaur. I was like, oh, it must be Dinosaur King. You know what I mean? Like I was convinced when I saw the cover of Fossil Fighters that it was Dinosaur King, because I was a huge fan with Dinosaur King. I was like, I mean, I wanted to do like a short cover of the Dinosaur King opening because it's so iconic. Dinosaur King is what you wanna be, yeah. Da 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 da. I don't know if I grew up with it. I don't know if it was airing when I watched it or if it was more like a re-airing of it, but I liked it when I was watching it. I will say though, the characters in Dinosaur King were a lot like they were a lot like Bakugan characters. Like Bakugan, I feel like the main characters were just like Dinosaur King. Do you know what I mean? Like Juno and I forget his name, Dan, was like, it was like the same characters from Dinosaur King, but with like a tiger and a dragon. And I used to think Juno was so flipping annoying. That's her name, right? The blue-haired one from Bakugan? I think she was so annoying. I really liked the girl with the red hair. Forget her name. But she was the one that the red-haired one. I forget her name from Bakugan. Alice! I thought Alice was so peak. And I liked Wyvern. I used to have a little Wyvern Bakugan that I would bring around with me. I used to have a lot, like a small mini collection of Bakugan, especially the white versions that you would buy on eBay for like cheap if they were like the cheap ones. You know what I mean, right? Like there's like they were like basically the shinies of Bakugan. I used to collect Bakugan. Yeah, it was like late 2000s, I think. But there was like the shiny Bakugan, and then I used to also collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh. I just collected them because I thought the cards were cool. But the Yu-Gi-Oh I used to watch a lot when I was a kid was the one where they were on like they were on like no, they were like white Bakugan, like pearlescent white. They were like pearlescent white ones. But I would I used to collect those, and I used to collect the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But I specifically liked the fairy dragon. I forget what type that was, but there was like a fairy dragon Yu-Gi-Oh series where there was like a fairy dragon, ancient fairy dragon, and a winged Kuribo. And I watched that one a lot. 5Ds? Let me look at 5Ds. 5Ds, and then Hio would say nuts. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh 5D was the one I watched a lot growing up. It's a synchro monster used by the twins. Yeah! I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. And I liked the Ancient Fairy Dragon. I think if I had a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card that was like my big card, I would want to do the Fairy Dragon, or what is the name of this Karibo? Karibo Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon. There's like a Karibo Dragon thing. Yeah, the Winged Karibo level 10. I liked that one a lot. I used to have a figure of that. I literally used a figure of the Winged Karibo level 10. I used to love Winged Karibo level 10. I thought it was so cool. GX? I don't remember. I liked watching it, but I didn't really play the game. I just had the cards, and I watched like the anime, but I didn't really like play, because I went to a tournament. I went to a tournament once, like a beginner level tournament, to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And the boys were there made fun of me, and I didn't want to go back ever again after that, because they were so mean. Because I was like a total beginner. And I was like, I want to go to this like beginner level like learning tournament thing. Like it wasn't like competitive. It was like one that you're like, you know, your local card shop holds like a local fun tournament, you know? And like you learn to play the game. Like it wasn't like a high ranked one. It was like a beginner level, kids level sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. And I went with my deck, and I was like trying to learn like how to play with the cards, and the boys that were there were like, because I was the only girl. When I went, I was the only girl, and the boys were like, oh yeah, but you're so dumb. Well, you can't figure out how to play your cards. Why don't you memorize like what your cards do? Like why don't you know how to play your cards? Like I was like, I'm just trying to use these freaking cards I'm spending money on. They were so rude about it. I was like, I'm never going back. So I never went back. My parents would always be like, oh, you want to go try again? Like, you know, like might be good to learn how to use the cards you're buying. And I was like, no, I don't care. I don't want to learn. It's just not worth it. I don't want to learn. They're so rude about it. I was like, I'm not going back. So I never learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I was like, these boys suck ass. Because they were like, oh, you don't know why your card is good? I was like, no, I just bought it because it was pretty. They're like, oh, that's such a thing for a girl to do. Buy your pretty cards. You don't care about the game. I was like, I'm just trying to figure out why I might like the game. Hello? What do you mean, why I don't know how to play? It's a beginner level tournament. Why the frick would I know how to freaking play the card game? It's for kids, bro. They say that, but some of the cards, I know, right? Some of the cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! And like Bakugan and Pokemon, there's like a whole paragraph of what it does. Hio was explaining to me about Blue Archive, Grand Archive once, and I was like, that's a lot of information. She was trying to like explain to me her Grand Archive cards. I was like, that's a lot of information. She was like trying to explain it, and it went right over my head. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of information, girl. I don't know if I could understand what you were just talking about. I don't know that thing. That's kind of hard. Whoa. My brain ain't big enough for that. I can barely play a normal game where I just walk around. Because Hio does the Grand Archive thing, and Limina does the Grand Archive thing, and I'm like, whoa. That's a little insane. Yeah, it was just fun looking at the cards. Like, I didn't need to play them. I just like collecting them. I still have, like, those decks at home. I wonder if there's any of them that are expensive that I have that I could sell. You know? I know for the Pokemon cards, when there was the big Pokemon craze happening for the cards, my mom literally went through my old deck of Pokemon cards and was like, there's a binder at my house at home where my mom went through every single card in my deck and then labeled them by how much they are worth in order, and then it's like labeled the amount and why they're important, and my mom did that for me. I never sold them because I never like thought about it when I went home to visit just for Christmas, but she like literally labeled like my whole collection for me. have any like really valuable ones, but I used to. Guys, I used to have that really expensive Charizard card, just so everyone knows. I used to. I'm pretty sure my mom gave it away to my cousin when I went to college, but I used to have that card. And I don't know what happened to it, but like, I'm pretty sure my mom gave it to my cousin because my cousin was into Pokemon. But I actually had that like really nice Charizard card when I was a kid. I remembered the art. When I saw that art for the first time, when they were like, oh, this card's really like important, I was like, because I used to own that thing, and I had it in like a card sleeve and everything because I thought it was pretty. But I owned that thing, and I don't know where it is. I think my mom gave it to my cousin, but I had it. And it was a holo too. It was like the shiny one. I'm like, damn, mom, you didn't give away my card because I could have sold that thing for money. Could have paid for a whole cover with that thing. Also, if you like my covers, there's one that's going to come out next month. And I think you'll really like it. And I totally didn't spend a lot of money on it. And I'm not mentioning it because I spent a lot of money and I want you to watch it. You would like the art on them? I have seen a lot of Grand Archive art for the cards, but if you want to show it in my channel, I will look at it. But none of the art can ever compare to Winged Karibo level 10! No anime girl could ever compare to Winged Karibo level 10! Don't let the fact that Grand Archive art is cute anime girls distract you from the fact that Winged Karibo level 10 is perfect. Thank you! I'm happy you like the Higurashi short. Oh yeah, weren't you the one who commented, Conclavier, that you never watched Higurashi? You should watch it. It's a really good anime. I think it stands the test of time. I think Higurashi definitely stands the test of time in terms of good anime. I would rewatch it with you guys if I wouldn't get scared watching it. Oh my god, the nail scene in Higurashi, I cringe. I like not cringe in the like good way, but like cringe in like the scared way about that. Rena Lunette? Who is it? Only your sleepy dream idol, Rena Lunette. Hello, Rena Lunette. I love you. I love you so much. Rena, this is for you. Mwah! Mwah! Hi, Rena. I love you. I hope you had a good stream. And if you need to take care of yourself after your stream, you're more than welcome to. But thank you so much for rating me. Welcome, Sleep Beeps. Hi. Hi, Sleep Beeps. What does this poll come to? Guys, I can't tell you. I actually can't. We literally just brought up Rina Higurashi. It's so crazy. I know you never get scared of like horror scenes, but oh my god, the nail scene in Higurashi still gives me chills. I can't get over it. It's still like such a scary scene. The voice acting is so peak. We probably should have closed that poll. No. It's an iconic poll. I can't close it till the end of the stream. I know, it is so graphic. I just, like, there are a lot of things I can put up with in terms of gore, but the nail scene is kind of like a limit for me. Like, I just can't. I draw the line at the nail scene in Higurashi. I literally think I could literally deal with watching Martyrs before I could watch the Higurashi scenes for that stuff again. Even the flaying scene in Martyrs, I think I could do with before I watched that again. The voice acting is just so, like, the voice acting is like the main part that's like really like kills me for that. It's like the voice acting is so good. Like they didn't have to go that hard, you know? Like it's literally some of the most peak voice acting I've ever heard, but it's like so graphic. I was watching Shiki actually with Perry when I was at her place. I've also seen parts of another, but I think Higurashi takes the cake in like really graphic, like, and with the voice acting to boot on it, you know? Also, like, have a good bed, Rina. Have sweet dreams. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I bless your dreams. Did you get to the tractor scene? No, but I assume it's still not as bad as the nail scene in Higurashi. That scene is kind of crazy. Because the thing is, even if you're getting run over with a tractor and get milled into it, it's not as, like, that's a death. Like, getting your nails ripped off is not a death. That's just pain. And the emotionalness of the scene based on what happens in the anime is, like, it builds into it. Because the thing is a death, right? But once it gets emotional, like, and also, like, graphic and also phenomenal voice acting, like, it's a different vibe, if that makes sense. Like, it's a different level of, like, that's scary, you know? You know what I mean? Like, a death is a death. Like, I've seen, you know, like, I watched Scream Queens. I've watched parts of American Horror Story. But it's like, the graphicness of a death is more finite than the graphicness of torture. I've also watched Elfen Lied, and I still don't think Elfen Lied is as graphic and as scary as Higurashi. I watched Elfen Lied when I was, like, in middle school. It's like a different level to it. It's the same as, like, I've watched Magical Girl Rising Project, and I watched Magical Girl Sight. It's like, you have to compare it, like, the whole level of, like, psychological torture, emotional ofness of the scene, like how the torture is being done, what the torture is, like how long does the scene drag on, how good is the voice acting. It's sort of how I like rate the graphicness of stuff. If that makes sense. Like, something can technically be more gory, but it's like, how much does it impact me as a viewer? How much do I love the character that's getting tortured? How graphic is the torture? How long is the torture? What is the emotional stakes of the torture? Like, what is a good example? Like, in Higurashi, the manga, there's a scene where, there's a character who gets her intestines pulled out. And that's very graphic, but I didn't care that much about that character. So her getting her intestines pulled out while she's alive didn't impact me as much as the nail scene. Because the nail scene, I care more about the character, and it's insane, and it's crazy voice acted, and it's like, whoa. And like, it's like, it matters more to me because of that, versus like, I can see a character get her intestines ripped out while she's alive in a manga, and it's like, well, but I don't care, because I don't care about the character. Did I play the visual novels? No, I didn't. I've almost never played a visual novel before, now that I think about it. I think I've never really played visual novels before. I played like, I Just Want to Be Single. But other than I Just Want to Be Single, I've never really played them. Like, no, I haven't really played, other than I Just Want to Be Single and Doki Doki Literature Club, I've never played visual novels. But like, what is it called? Like, I've watched a lot of videos about visual novels. Like, there's this really, like, I watch, I forget the name of the channels, but there's a couple of channels I watch that dissect very effed up, like, visual novels. I think you would like Umineko no Nakukoro ni? No. I mean, yes, but no. I could never play it or read it. It's too long. I've watched several videos on it. It's much too long for me to read or play on stream. It's kind of the problem. It's like, visual novels take a long time. So depending on what it is, I can't spend the time on it because it's way too long. Like, and like, I do like effed up stuff. Like, there's a visual novel that I, like several actually, I've watched people review where I'm like, I would love to read that, but I don't have the time, and also it's kind of graphic. I don't know if I'd enjoy it. But I like reading about, or like watching videos about what happens in them, because I don't have to do it myself. Oh yeah, I've watched a lot of videos about Sayonara. I don't think I'd play it. It's very long. What is this? This is not what I was listening to before. Bring me the jazz back. Like, I've watched several videos about Sayonara. There's like one that's like, like, oh my god. I've literally watched like videos about like, quote unquote, like, oh, the most effed up visual novel ever. This visual novel is effed up in a way you wouldn't imagine. This visual novel has XYZ. So you say 30-ish hours? Like, that's short. You have to imagine. I stream for about 2.5 to 3, sometimes 4, if you guys are lucky, hours. Like, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. And I try not to stream the same thing more than once a week, because then there's more, like, variation on channel, right? If I want to play a 30-ish hour game, I stream about 2 to 3 hours of that content. Right? Like, if I'm voice acting that, and I'm doing it several times a week, that game's gonna take forever. Like, forever to finish. And most of the time, if you think about, like, metrics, like Senbei's told us before, like, if you look at the metrics of how visual novels perform as a streaming game, they don't perform well. Because people don't want to either be spoiled, or it's not that interesting, because you can't yap over a visual novel for that long. Like, it's more like you have to speak the whole time, but it's not you speaking, it's reading. So, for the worth of playing a visual novel that's long, the payoff is not very good. And I'm not gonna play a visual novel in my free time just for funsies. So, it's not really worth it, you know? Like, there's no reason to do it. Cause like, the reason that Doki Doki did well was because the 4 of us, like the 5 of us were collabing. And we were voice acting the things together and like laughing and vibing and stuff, but if you're just doing it with your audience, like, and that's not your normal content, it's not gonna do well. And also, as I've said before, I don't play or do things I don't want to do. So I don't think it would have worked well for me. I think if you guys wanted to force me to do something I don't want to do, you'd have to do it in a donathon. Like, I'm very, like, strict on what I do, because I just don't believe in trying to play things or do things that I think are boring, or that I don't think will do well, or that I don't think are gonna make it worth my time streaming. Because, like, I enjoy streaming, but also, like, I do have to think of it as, like, a job, because I'm in SVP and stuff, you know? Like, I can't just do things because I'm like, oh yeah, this, you know? Like, it's not that easy and stuff, you know? Like, if something's not gonna either add to the growth of my channel, or it's, like, not something I really want to do, there's not a reason to do it, because I only have so much limited time to do things. And like, when I'm not streaming, I'm either reading fanfiction I'm either reading fanfiction when I'm winding down for the night for much longer than I'm supposed to be reading it, or I'm working. And that's the sad truth of having 2 jobs, is that I'm either working or reading fanfiction, or watching Rhett and Link while I eat dinner. That's like actually the truth. Or talking to you or Hio. Like, if I'm not streaming, I'm probably either working my IRL job, editing or recording, or I'm talking to Yui or Hio, or drawing. Or reading fanfiction, but I try to say fanfiction for only when I'm winding down at night, because otherwise I'm gonna do it too much. So that's why I genuinely, like, I only read fanfiction from like 1 AM to like what, like, I only read fan fiction from like 1 a.m. till 4 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. if I can't stop myself, but like, I only do it for like the time that I would consider is winding down. Because otherwise I'd be a literal addict and I wouldn't be able to stop myself. GMM? Oh yeah, I've watched GMM since I was younger. I love GMM. They're one of my like comfort peoples, you know? You don't understand, Hazel. Sometimes I've read fanfiction until 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay? And I have to stop myself at that point. I've read fanfiction to where I literally don't even sleep because I don't have time to sleep because I read it for so long. I can't even like go to bed. I have to start working. Like, if I'm not streaming, I'm probably working or talking to someone like Yui or Hio, or I'm watching GMM when I'm eating, or I'm reading fanfiction. Like, there's not an in-between. Like, I'm always doing something. I don't like to have like free time where I'm not doing an activity, because then it feels like I'm not living my life. Like, and like I fit my dog walk in there and I fit my like pet time in there, but like I don't like count as an activity because it's kind of like your job to take care of your pets. So I don't like count that as like part of it. It's like the same as eating. Like, you can't like count that as a part of your life. You could just fold it in there. Did I survive the AO3? Oh my god, guys, thank god. The AO3 outage was when I was hanging out with Lemmy and Perry, so I didn't even notice it because I was hanging out with friends. Oh my god, the way... It would have been so sad if the AO3 outage was happening when I wasn't with Lemmy and Perry. The depression phase after finishing it. Oh my god, it is, because there are some good. Really good. It's a good thing that you have a hybrid work schedule. I do have a hybrid work schedule. My job basically IRL, because the thing is, like, I can tell you about the schedule because I don't like tell you what I'm doing. Is I work 2 days in person. I work the rest of the time virtually. But I technically, except for weekends, I'm always on like call to do things. So that's why sometimes I'll be like, guys, we gotta push this back because I got an email and I really gotta do this right now. But most of the time, it's like I do things for 2 days of the week and the rest is kind of on call. But every Wednesday, I'm kind of busy because I have like a thing I have to do every week on Wednesday. But like, I'm pretty much on call for the rest of the week other than like those 3 days. That's why I try to like schedule my streams around it. But like, I'm pretty free when it's not the 2 days that I'm in person. It's not a bad work schedule. It's not a bad work schedule. It's why it works really well. I love money. It makes me have covers. If I didn't have money from covers, I couldn't do covers because I certainly don't. I certainly don't make that with SPV. But that's fine because I'm a VTuber. I'm going into VTubing. I didn't expect to make enough to quit my job, so it's fine. But I do enjoy having a job so that I can like... Oh my god, I would love a full remote job. I hate going into work in person because my commute is like an hour each way. So it's like whenever I have to go in person, it's like I have to travel 2 hours of my day when I go to work in person. She was sick. She's better, I think, now. But she was fine. I think she was better when she actually left because, you know, it's just like people get sick, especially because, you know, like, and I do genuinely dislike this. I do dislike that when you travel, a lot of people don't wear masks anymore. I understand not liking masks. Like, I really do, you know? But I think, especially for traveling, I think masks should have stuck, if that makes sense. Like, I understand some people think they're very uncomfortable, but like, I genuinely think, especially for travel, people should just wear masks as a courtesy. Like, because even though the quote-unquote pandemic is over, I just think it's a thing we should have adopted for flying. because people get sick and you spread your germs when you fly because the air is recycled. So just to me, I think it's a common courtesy to wear a mask when you fly. Like, I always wear a mask when I fly because I just think, regardless of whether you think like XYZ is real or not, it's just a courtesy because you don't want anyone to get sick and you don't want to get sick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that it's a courtesy to people around you that, like, you wear a mask when you travel because, like, in the airplane, the air is all recycled. So if you don't wear a mask, then you're just saying it's okay to, like, spread your germs everywhere. And I don't like that because I don't want to spread my germs everywhere. And I don't want you to spread your germs to me. And it's not like a everyone should wear a mask thing. It's just like a, I think when you're traveling, probably should do it just out of courtesy. People betting they're uncomfortably on the minuscule probability of air infection. I mean, I just think that it doesn't even matter. Like, at that point, it's just like people should just wear a mask when they travel. I just think it's a thing, you know? Like, for me, I just think it's important because it's saying I care about you and I care about me. Because, you know, like, at this point, it's like if you don't want to wear a mask when you go to the grocery store, do what you want. But for air travel, train travel, stuff like that, it's like, just wear a mask. It's just it's a courtesy for people around you. Like, for part of my travel, I was on a train for this trip, and it was like, no one wore a mask except for me. And I was like, why? We're on this little hunk of metal with a bunch of air flowing. You might as well wear a mask. I just think it's important. I just like being courteous, you know? Because I know that people think it's uncomfortable. Like, I think it is too. That's why before I wear a mask, I always stretch out my masks. I stretch out the band that goes around my ear. Like, every single time. Because I just think it's more comfortable that way if I stretch the stretchy part. But I also think that it's mostly just to, like, you know? Oh my god. People... Oh... So, I commute to work on a bus, because I can't drive. The way that people just don't wear a mask on the bus when I can tell clearly they're sick, just, like, it really annoys me. It, like, actively annoys me. Because, like, I can understand when people are like, I don't want to wear a mask because I'm not sick and I don't feel sick and I'm just gonna go on this bus. Like, I get it. I like wearing a mask, but if you don't want to, totally fine. But, like, if they're, like, coughing up a storm, they're like sick. I'm like, why aren't you wearing a mask? Actively. Not that, you know, like, not to force you to do anything, but if you're gonna travel on public transit and you're coughing and you're very obviously sick, it really hurts no one to wear a mask. Don't care if it's an N95 or whatever, or if it's like cloth. It's just crazy to me that you're not wearing a mask. Yeah, I mean, if it fogs your glasses up, there's also, like, techniques to wearing it, and also, like, masks that don't do it as much. Like, I used to have one. I think I lost it when I was traveling to Japan. I genuinely think I lost it in Japan, because I had it on the way to Japan, and I didn't have it on the way back. I have to buy another one, but there's, like, this brand of mask I used to wear that didn't fog up my glasses. Well, I don't wear glasses normally, but I have them. And, like, I wear them when I go to see movies or go somewhere where I have to, like, see from far away. But, like, there are masks that don't fog your glasses up. And, like, there are ways to wear masks that don't, like, inconvenience you, really, other than, like, you have to wear it. And I'm like, bruh, if you're gonna ride the bus and cough on me, could you please wear a mask? Cause, like, bro, like, sometimes I'm on the bus on the way to work, and there's a person sitting next to me, and they start coughing, and I'm like, and you can tell that they're not just coughing, like, oh, I have a little dust in my throat, oh, I have phlegm. No, they're, like, coughing because they're sick. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, well... Alright. Cause I just don't get it. I'm like, what? Why? Yes, the literal like thick phlegmy cough, and you're like, I know you're sick. I know you're sick. Like, because like I'm just like, what's the reason to cough near me when you could be wearing a mask when you're sick? I know you're transporting here because you have a car. I get it. I can't drive either. Or you know, you think that the commute is not worth it to have your car. I get it. I totally empathize. But like, if you're sick, why are you on the bus coughing your lungs out? Wear a mask. No offense. Please do it. It's just crazy to me. Like, I get some people don't respect masks because of XYZ. It's like, it's fine. But could you do it when you're sick? It's really not hard to ask. Like, I've literally sat next to someone on the bus. But they're coughing their lungs out, sneezing. I can tell they're sick because I can smell sickness. I don't know if that's weird, but I can smell sickness. I genuinely can. I can smell it on people. Like, I've literally had friends being like, that's weird, Toka. No, I can smell sickness. Genuinely, I can smell sickness. Is that weird? Like, people can sit next to me and I can smell sickness. And I'm like, you're sick. You're definitely sick. I can smell it. I'm like, oh my god, why are you sitting next to me? Why is this happening? Please don't do this. Please wear a mask. Why are you doing this to me? Can you not smell sickness? I can smell sickness. Like, it smells like, kind of like warm in a weird way. Like, warmly foul. Like, it's like weirdly sweaty. I can like smell it. It smells like, how do I describe it? I can smell it. Like, if I smelled it right now, I could tell you exactly what it smells like. Like, it's like warm, but like a little bit foul, but like a little bit like it's kind of like fuzzy smelling. It's like, it's not even heavy air. It's like, if like, I can tell like if my friends, like, when I've lived with different friends, like, I've lived with different roommates, like, that are friends, like, from college and stuff, like, I could tell when they were getting sick. Like, before they even knew they were sick, my friends would be, like, getting sick, and I would be like, I think you're sick. They'd be like, what are you talking about? And I'd be like, no, I can smell it. You're getting sick. Like, I could tell my friends in college, when we would go to class together, even, like, just in class, I'd be like, I think you're getting sick. They're like, what are you, they'd be like, what are you talking about, Toka? I'd be like, no, I can smell it. You're getting sick. Well, I'm not sick from allergies when I'm not in my apartment, or unless it's the season changing. Like, I'm allergic to the allergy in my apartment, which is like my cat and my dog, but I'm allergic to certain types of grass and certain types of pollen. But if it's not affecting me, I have a very strong sense of smell. Like, I used to be able to smell my friends coming up the other side of the quad when I was in high school. My friends could come up the other side of the quad, I could smell their perfume from like a whole like yard away. I could smell their perfume. I would know when my friends were coming. But like, I can smell it. Like, I would be in classes with my friends in college and I'd be like you're definitely getting like sick. Like, I could like smell it before they even knew they were getting sick. I've always had a very strong sense of smell. It's why I genuinely think sometimes I'm like, the reason I have such bad allergies is because that was like my skill is that I can smell them. My other part of my ability is that I can't smell half the time because my nose is congested. You smell the sweat? Probably. I have a very sensitive sense of smell. It's why I like it's why like when I go shopping with friends, I can't go by the candle stores or like the ones that have a strong scent, like Abercrombie and Finch and the candle stores and stuff, because I get really bad headaches when I smell smells that are too strong. And there are certain smells that make me feel really sick. And so I just don't go to those places, but I can very clearly smell things when my nose isn't congested. I can smell very well. And so I can smell when my friends are getting sick. I'm like, you are definitely getting sick. Like maybe 3 months to 4 months ago, my friends that I was hanging out with on the weekend, I was hanging out with them. And I was like, I sniffed my friend and I was like, you're getting sick. And she was like, no way, I'm not sick. And then the like 2 days after, she was sick. I was like, I knew you were sick. I knew. Like, I knew you were getting sick because I could smell it on you. You were getting sick. But I can always smell it. It's why I can smell it on myself. Sometimes I'm like, damn it. Like, even if it's just a light cold, I'm always like, fucked up. Like, I can tell normally before I get sick, based off of how I smell, that I'm getting sick. But, like, I just genuinely think sickness has a smell. And, like, I can smell people when I'm on the bus. I'm like, you're sick. And you're sitting next to me and you're coughing and you don't have a mask and you're snotting everywhere. And I'm like, why are you doing this? But I have a very strong immune system, so I don't get sick very often. So even when those people sit next to me normally, I'm pretty okay. But I'm always like, why do you have to do this to me? Why are you sitting next to me, obviously sick, spreading your germs everywhere? It's like, I don't believe everyone has to wear a mask everywhere, you know? You know, do what you want. I can't stop you. Live your truth. I wear a mask everywhere because I don't like getting people sick. But, like, I don't care what people do. But it's like, if you're sick or you feel like you're getting sick, what's the point in not wearing a mask? Genuine ask and genuine question. What's wrong? Why aren't you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to control you, but if you feel like you're getting sick, why wouldn't you wear a mask? Genuine question. Body releases actual sweat with germs and bacteria during sickness. That's actually probably what I'm smelling. Since my smell is very sensitive, I think probably that's what I'm smelling. What if it messes with my outfit? There's no way it does, because a black mask matches everything. A nice sleek black mask matches everything. And I say that because that's the only thing I wore during the pandemic and still now. A sleek black mask? Why wouldn't you want to wear that? Matches everything. Makes you look cool. Like, but I might also say that because I only wear I mostly wear black. Do you have a woo mask? Why would I have a woo mask? When it was like when the pandemic was like at its peak, I wore like black masks and ones that had like they were all dark colors, honestly. I just wear a earthy tone mask. I had like a army green mask during the pandemic. I didn't wear like ooh stuff. I mostly just wore like very neutral tones because I always wear neutral tones. My god, in the hospital? Oh god, I was in the hospital for a bit during the pandemic. I wore a sleek black mask. I saw multiple black shirts. Oh my god, yes, because I think black matches everything. Well, also, I think I dress very dark academia. So everything I wear is very dark academia, you know? Really? There's a lot of very earthy toned masks. Because I used to buy some when I had to go to events and stuff for my job. I still do. I buy masks that are very earthy toned to match all my outfits. So I have one that's like, it's like a dusty rose. I have one that's a mauve. I have one that's in dark earthy green. Because I have those just for like occasions. No, earthy tone is in like, how to describe the color? It's like the color of a fern. Like, I have a lot of masks that I have in storage that are just for, like, when I do events that match my outfits. You know? Because when I work events, even now, I wear masks, but it's like, when I work events, I try to dress very classy. So when I go to in-person events for my job, I try to dress very, like, earthy and nice and dark academia, but I also, like, wear masks because, oh my god, especially when I do events, like, I want to wear a mask because there's so many people there and I don't want to get sick. I don't like getting sick. Because when I get sick, and you guys have heard it before, like, when I get sick, my lungs are clogged up for, like, almost a month because my asthma is really bad. So when I get sick, my lungs are the thing that get hurt the most. And if my lungs are hurt, then my singing is hurt. So I try really hard to never get sick because my lungs take a really long time to recover. And I record so much stuff, it's like, I can still record it, but it's not going to sound as good. So I try really hard to not get sick because of that. Because I don't normally get really badly sick, but my lungs always get affected. So like, and like it's fine, you know, I can just record in shorter bursts. But I just don't like doing it. Cause like, I was trained in college, and like just before that I was already working on it. To be able to record when I'm sick. Especially, oh my god, when I was younger, when I would get sick, it was really bad. And like, there was a time when I was in a show and I had to sing, and I got really sick to the point where like I had a really hard time breathing, and like it was insane. Like trying to like sing is like one of the like main tenor altos for that group, and like I'm like, I can't hold this long note out. I'm just gonna take a quick breath in between. You like sing your note, and you're like, how long can I hold this? Can we keep doing this? Cause like, especially for like, alto lines, if you've ever been in choir or anything, the alto tenor line is always like so sustained. Well, more like alto baritone, but all of the stuff I was in, like, it was mostly like girls. So, because as you might know if you were in theater or whatever, like it's normally harder to have baritones or tenors in your group because most of the time in theater it's a lot of girls. So a lot of girls have to sing tenor, and like the guys all get designated to like baritone. And so like you're trying to sing these like harmonies, and I always sang alto. There was a long time when I was doing alto stuff where they'd always be like, "Oh Toga, you should never sing a high song because your voice is so low, and you just really shouldn't do that." Which I think is stupid, and it's why sometimes I just do covers to retaliate. But like, there's like a lot of like, if you ever had to sing an alto or like baritone-ish tenor line, it's a lot of like sustained single notes to do harmonies, and it's like you can't really do those without really good breath control or really good lung capacity. And so because I don't like have like a really phenomenal lung capacity because my lungs are kind of like weak, where it's like you're just gonna have to like depend on understanding breath control to make sure that your lungs make up for that fact, if that makes sense. Because like it doesn't really work that way if you don't try to do that. Because like a lot of the soprano lines are the melody, or they're like sort of adjacent to the melody for like second sopranos and stuff. Sorry, I'm yawning again. Sorry. Oopsies. Oopsie daisy. But you might know what I mean if you're singing choir and stuff, or like that type of stuff. It's very like sustained and like normally quite a little bit dissonant, so it can be hard to hear. Like oh my god, I was in a production of this show. I won't say the show because it's kind of like not popular and like not a lot of colleges do it, so I won't bring it up. But they like I was in this show, and we had a lot. I was like one of the only altos in the show, and it was like the most like dissonant chords. I was like, I can't freaking hear this. It's so hard to hear. And so you spend so much time being like, oh, I hope this is the right note. If anything, it'll sound like it's in the key. And you sing like this random note, and you're like, oh, I think this is it. You just do it, and you're like, oh, I hope that I'm not making this sound like really shit right now. It was one of those types of shows where you're like, I think this is the right thing. But it was pretty rough for that one. I don't know if to this day, I really can't tell you if I sang the right notes for that show. Like genuinely, I might have just been doing whatever the frick I thought. I just hope I did it. I don't really know if I did, but I think I might have done it. Would you say? I think I have more than average pitch, honestly. I think I have pretty good pitch. But this was like, I'll just say what type of composer, because I think it'll make it easier for understanding. I was in a Sondheim show. I won't say the show, but I was in a Sondheim. And if you ever listened to Sondheim or have worked with Sondheim before his works, they are very crunchy, but in the good way. very complicated, and the score is very hard to learn. I would say Sondheim might be one of the hardest to ever learn for people for choir singing, for theater singing. Sondheim is a very complicated composer, if that makes sense. And I will also say I hope I have regular pitch because I make most of the harm guides for SCP. I would hope I have regular pitch because otherwise I'd be just freaking my ass off trying to do that. But like, Sondheim is very hard. Like, if I had to make a harm guide for Sondheim work, it would be pretty hard. Like, he works in a very specific way with his harmonies. If you ever read his biography, like he has like a kind of biography for all his shows called Finishing the Hat. Like, his like work is pretty complicated. I mean, I don't know, like, oh, this is F, oh, this is G. Like, guys, I got a D in music theory. I can't do like, oh, this is F, this is C, this is D. Like, I know how to match pitch, I know how to make harmonies. Fuck if I know the terms. But my teacher when I was in college for music theory was like, you don't really matter if you know what you're doing. And I was like, that's great, because I don't know. I can't learn like terms. I never did. Even in like my master's degree, for terms that I had to end up writing for papers, I would normally be like, guys, I wrote it. Can you guys like tell me the terms for these things that I'm defending? And they'd be like, yeah. And friends would tell me. Like, I don't know like terms and stuff. Like, I can create a harm. Like, I can be like, da 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 da. Like, I can match everything to be like the harm for everything. But ask me for a term, ain't no way I can tell you whether it's an A or a B in the fucking piano. Fuck if I know. Just sounds good. You know? But I should tell you guys before I end stream, like, about like my trip. Wait, I'm gonna tell you about my trip now. I'm gonna show you pictures. 3 pictures. I only have 3 pictures. I caught like 4 fish out of the, like, so yeah, natural instinct is my talent. My talent is natural instinct to whatever I can do. This is a picture of Hio's fish, but I don't have pictures of my fish because I was afraid to take my camera out. But Hio caught some fish and I caught similar fish. Were these fish? These type. Caught these type. Caught 4 of these. Well, 2 were more colorful than this, but that's what I had. These are my fish. Caught this type of fish. Very tasty fish. They're very good. I have 3 fillets. I'm gonna make them with a soy, sugar, ginger marinade and pan-sear them later. But I don't have... I thought that the soy sauce was like pretty high when I left. Then I came back. I checked the soy sauce thing that I had. It was almost gone. So I think my roommate used a lot of it when I was gone. So I don't have a lot of soy sauce left. So I can't marinate these right now. So I gotta wait till next time I get groceries to use the fillets I bought. But that's fine because they're in the freezer. But I was like, I was like, oh, I can make these when I come back. I can't. There's no soy sauce left. There's like less than a finger length of soy sauce left. I can't marinate fillets from this with the soy sauce I have left. So whenever I go to get like groceries next, I'll buy more soy sauce so I can marinate these with ginger and like sugar. That's what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna pan-sear it and have it with rice. But this is the fish I caught. Remove. This is the crabs. So if you were watching Hio's stream, you would know that I'll explain it anyway. For the boat we were on, it was like everyone catches crabs basically. Like it's like anyone can pull up the crabs, but like you buy a ticket and it's basically like the crabs are evenly dispersed amongst the people on the ship. There were quite a lot of people on the ship, but we were very lucky. Apparently, there was like a little bit more than normal amount of crabs that everyone caught. So when evenly dispersed, like Yenahio and I got 2 crab tickets. Honestly, we could have gotten 1 crab ticket, but I mean, we just thought there was gonna be a lot of crabs, so we got 2 tickets, right? There was a lot of crabs, so the 3 of us took back 11 basically crabs for each ticket. So there was like 22 crabs for 3 girls, and you can see that here. Look at this crab. Look at this picture. This is the crab in the sink that we had for the Airbnb. Look at this crab. A literal insane amount of crab. Look at this crab we had. A literal haul. Honestly, we had more crab than fish. Like 22 crabs for 3 girls. I don't know the ticket cost, guys. I didn't put in the order. I just said, okay, I'll pay my part. I don't remember how much I paid. But I just said yes, because pretty girls. Look at this crab. 22 crabs for 3 girls. We took some home. All of us took some home. But like, that's the crab we had. And then, this is our dinner we had. So we had ceviche. We made ceviche. And then we had this is the fish that I cooked. It's pan-seared miso ginger sugar marinated fish fillets. And then that bowl in the corner is all crab. And then the one in the middle with the Tupperware is some mashed potatoes we made. And then there's like I forget what they're called, but it's like a bunch of tortilla chips, but like a big. But this is our meal we had. The ceviche, I don't know how we made that. I just was told to chop things up and I chopped them. Made it into a ceviche. But it was good. Am I still eating crab? No, because we all like split the crab, and then when I came back I ate it as like I had it for dinner last night, and then for my lunch this afternoon I made a crab sandwich. I made crab salad and I put it in a sandwich and I ate it for my lunch. So I had crab sandwich and then I had crab. Like last night I had crab. It was really good. I wish I could go back and get more. It was so tasty. I want to go back. It was so good. Take me back. Take me back to crabs. Crabs are so good. But they're so expensive. So, like, I don't think I could ever do that without, like, having this opportunity. Like, I would never have done that. Because the last time I had good crab was my mom's birthday. And then my rich aunt, like, asked her husband to pick up, like, 0.7 pounds of crab. 0.7! And this guy was like, oh, 7 pounds of crab? No! Not 7 pounds of crab. My uncle literally went to the store. She said, bring back 0.7 pounds of crab. This man went to the store and bought 7 pounds of crab. And he went to the place, got like $400 something of crab, right? Brought it back to my aunt. She was like, what the fuck? She was like, there's no way. Like, what did you do? And he was like, oh, well, you said to grab 7 pounds of crab. She was like, no! I said 0.7 pounds of crab. He was like, oh. But you can't just return crab. So for that year, when it was my mom's birthday, we had like a crab smorgasbord for dinner. And like all of my family sat around the table and ate crab the whole night. And we still had leftovers for like a week of crab. But it was insane. It was all like... It was like snow crab too, so it was really expensive. We all ate crab legs forever. I was like, there's no way. I can't believe he misunderstood like that. I know, $400 of crab. It was so tasty, but like, I was like, bruh. Like, cause my aunt and her husband are very rich. So I think to them, like, $400 wasn't, like, that bad. But, like, for me, that's a lot of crap. Like, I could not spend that much money. But for them, They're very rich. So for them, I think it didn't matter. Which is good, because that would suck ass. But like, oh my god, I was like, that's insane. That's an insane mistake. You know? But like, I mean, I ate it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But I was like, there's no way. Like, that's an insane mistake to make. But it was very tasty. But, you know, like, this crab, like, was not that expensive. But it was like one of those things where I was like, I can't just have this on any day. So it was very fun to have this type of food and like hang out with Hio and Yenna and like hang out with Lemmy and Perry when I was visiting them too. But, so tomorrow, I'll be doing Umumusame, hanging out, trying to pull for Fujikiseki, but there's a very important thing I want to mention before the end of the stream. And that, dun dun dun, is Perry's, well, she has two things. I'm gonna mention both of them, but is, first of all, Perry's birthday! It's Perry's birthday this Saturday, guys, and she's doing a Halloween concert. Look at all those pretty girls. Look how many pretty girls are there. It's Perry's birthday! Yippee! Look at that lineup, guys. She's doing a Halloween concert. I have a song. I'm in stuff. There's some fun Axia stuff too. There's some games. You guys should show up for her concert and all of her birthday activities. Please show up for Perry. But also, not even this, not just this, because Perry has more than one thing going on. Guys, we also have Event Horizon! Look! If you guys don't know what Event Horizon is, it is a rave event that Perry's been planning with VFE. It's an amazing event. Look at all those beautiful girls in this poster. Ba 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 ba. You can attend online or in person, but if you're in the area, I would say you should probably go in person because it's fun. But you guys have heard me for a while say that I've been working on a thing where like once I had to record for like a whole week, and like I worked really hard, and like there's a song that I think is like the best song I've ever recorded. Well, if you want to hear it, you should probably go to Event Horizon because you might miss it otherwise. But I think the set that I made for Event Horizon is probably the best I've ever done. I think the vocals I've done for Event Horizon are the best I've ever made. I don't know if I'll ever sing better than that. But I think my stuff for Event Horizon is probably the best work I've ever done. And if you want to go to a rave, there's options on VR chat, there's options in person, but Event Horizon I think will be phenomenal. And I think you guys should keep your eyes out for that. I won't upload the songs that I've done for Event Horizon after as like just members content. I may make, maybe, if you're lucky, I might do a cover of one or two of them after, but if you want to hear some really phenomenal vocals, not just from me, but from many girls, and some really amazing DJ sets, I would recommend going to Event Horizon or watching it online, because that'll be an opportunity you guys won't have ever again. Well, we might, I don't know, but like for this year at the very least, you won't have it again. VR chat is very easy to download if you just want to go to the concert itself. It's free. VR chat's very easy to download and use, but I recommend going because it's very good. And I've also heard not just my set, but I've also heard Lemmy's set. I've also heard Yui's set, and they're very good. So if you want to see very amazing sets, I would go to Event Horizon because Lemmy and Yui are very good. I haven't heard Perry's, but I've heard Lemmy and Yui's, and I think they're phenomenal. So if you like us, I would say you should go to the Event Horizon. It's a very phenomenal rave event. Oh, I have heard their sets, and I think they're phenomenal. So I would think you should go to them. I get sneak peek privileges, especially with Yui. I hear everything she does. So if you ever want to go to something and you want to know if her stuff is good, you would ask me, but I'll always say it's good because I always think it's good. But this is very particularly good. Oh yeah, we are. I think it's hard to know because they're the Icy and Mona and Tara and Perry are the main performers. They're the featured performers. But if you check the original Event Horizon post, it has everyone who is in the event. You can very easily see from that original post who is in it. There's a lot of girls in Event Horizon, not just the 4, but they're the main performers. So they're the featured performers. But a lot of people are in it. So if you want to see who's in it, check the original Event Horizon post on VFE. But there are many amazing girls in Event Horizon that I recommend checking out. And if you want to see an amazing first-time event, I don't think I've ever seen a VTuber rave before. Not to at least Event Horizon's size. So if you want to see it online or in person, I would really recommend checking it out. I'm really proud of Perry for doing both her birthday concert, her birthday events, and VFE's Event Horizon in the same month. She's been working really, really hard, and I would love it if you could support her. But this is all for me today. I'm gonna be here again tomorrow for Umumusume, but I'll be raiding into Rhea Sumire, who's doing Umumusume, which is what I'm doing tomorrow. So if you want to see that, you should hang out with me tomorrow for Fujikiseki and hanging out. It's gonna be streamed to Perry's channel. It's gonna be, I believe, streamed to the VFE channel, but I'm sure Perry will post the final destination for all those things on her channel as well, or at least on Twitter. So keep an eye out for her stuff. And I will keep talking about it until it happens. So you'll also hear it from me because I want to make sure that I always mention Perry's events for this month at the end of my streams. I'll be mentioning anyone. I always try my best to mention every single genmate of mine's events at the end of my streams every single time. Because I believe in making sure that everyone knows about everyone's events and supporting everyone in my gen, because regardless of whether you support me, I would really love it and will always appreciate if you support all of my genmates. I don't care if you stop watching me, but if you can support my genmates, that will always make me happy, regardless if you're watching me or not. So, but we will be going into Ramiya, who's doing Umusume. And I will see you guys all tomorrow! And we'll get more into horror stuff for Halloween and Corpse Party, and not just Corpse Party, but also Pokemon next week. Please send me your Fuji and gacha luck tomorrow so I can pull Fuji Kiseki. I don't want to waste all my carrots. I still have to pull for Major Dodo, please. But anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow. But 3, 2, 1.